as we welcome you into the Tank Connection pregame show. The Lady Grizzlies come into this contest at 6-8 on the season, 4-3 in the SEK. Off of a big-time loss at Independence, a big missed opportunity for our Lady Grizzlies. We'll talk about that in a moment. Lady Vikes come in 11-4, fourth in the East Sub-State region, and 4-3 in the SEK as well. Isabel, it's been a long time, like I said, December 16th, since we've got to experience the Vikings and Grizzlies go at it, and it really doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where we kind of waited a long time to get back around to this rivalry game, so it's definitely something that we've been looking forward to, and I know that you've been excited, and I've heard other people mention their excitement for it, so I'm super excited to see what's in store for tonight.
As this was a game where usually, I love doing what I do, wouldn't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
But not all the time do I get the butterflies that I do when I'm thinking about this game. Over the last few days, ever since we were headed home on Friday and I woke up Saturday after that Independence game, those butterflies were certainly present as I knew that Parsons and Altamont was that Tuesday night. And it is just that much more tense, that much more dramatic, and that much more exciting when you are in enemy territory, and we are really much looking forward to it. As I mentioned, Labette County 6-8 on the season, 4-3 in the SEK, likewise to that of their opponent, the Lady Vikes. Labette County's coming off of a punch in the chin, to put it lightly. On the road, they lost to the Lady Bulldogs, who sit atop the SEK standings with the Fort Scott Lady Tigers. Labette County lost at 54-36, couldn't do anything from the field. Labette County shot they shot 40 field goals and made just 11, and on top of that, they turned the ball over 20 times. Isabel, what went wrong? Because not much went right for our Lady Grizzlies last Friday night.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where they kind of got out to a slow start and never quite got going again, and so it was just one of those situations where you just got to take it and just run with it afterwards. I mean, Coach Vollmer was rebounding with them in practice, figuring out how do you start a game strong rather than just finishing it well, as the Lady Grizzlies did make a decent strive back kind of later in the game. They put up some more shots, looked a lot better on offense and defense. And so it's just one of those things where they just got to come out and start strong. So hopefully, they've recovered from this. It's something you can't hang your head about too long, as you do come in now and play your rival in their home court. And so it's one of those things where, they just had an unfortunate night, but now they're going to need to be looking here to improve on this in this game.
The Labette County Lady Grizzlies have won the last 7 meetings with their foe from Parsons, so we'll see if Labette County can make it 8 tonight. As we make our way into the player highlights portion of tonight's Tank Connection pregame show, as we have just surpassed the 10-minute mark until tip-off. Landry O'Brien, someone who's been out for a long, long time. I believe it was the game before, or 2 games before that Parsons game in that second week of December when she hurt that wrist at home against Collegiate in that blowout, as she made her actual emergence on the floor last Friday. She played against Coffeyville, but her real emergence was Friday. Led the Grizzlies in scoring with 14 points, made plays on defense, turned the defense into offense, and looked like the Landry that we watched early before that injury.
Yeah, it was definitely fun to kind of watch her come alive. She had some big shots and things that was definitely exciting to see, and you just know that she's only continued to improve on that since. And so we'll definitely be looking for her tonight to just kind of continue to build off that performance.
Few more players to highlight in that last game against Parsons, where the Lady Grizzlies won at 57-46. 3 Grizzlies were in double figures. Kate O'Brien, back when she was really in the heart of that 17-point average, she scored 16. Nevaeh Jones had 11. Shelby Wilson had 10. And Audrey Dewey had 7. So there are certainly a few names to keep an eye out for. I know that Ridley Lynn Cherney's been sort of a ghost in terms of not efficiency on the floor, but scoring. Since that Burlington tournament, she's fell off a little bit, but man, is she a big rebounder and an important body. But talk about the scores that I just named off. It feels like a night where the O'Brien sisters are going to have to be what they are, and that is great, but they're going to need some help from their crewmates. And Addison Rexwinkle's coming off of a big game, or a couple games ago, where Addison really led the way as well. Yeah,
she was definitely somebody that I was super excited to kind of watch come alive, as it was just one of those things where she shot some big shots, kind of key places for us, and so it was really awesome to just see her kind of continue to come alive as a player, just with the basketball IQ. But she's just continuing to improve, and I think you're exactly right. She's somebody that I think her and Nevaeh Jones are just continuing to kind of build up just kind of that reliance as far as being able to score. And so I hope that we'll see them too. And I think Shelby's a good addition to that. If she can get comfortable with the 3 ball, if the O'Brien girls can kind of facilitate and be kind of those point guard positions, make those shots, run the floor, and then we have those 3 girls running the wing and working it around, I think that we can really see some.
Well done by the Parsons High School band, as tip-off is just moments away, but per usual, we'll go through the routine. We'll give you the starters. Soon after that, we'll have that scene setter, and then tip-off. As hopefully some of these seats fill in, Isabel, as it's a little bit more empty than I was anticipating inside this gymnasium.
Yeah, I'd imagine it'll fill up at some point, but yeah, for just being at the start of the tip of the varsity girls game, it's still got a decent amount we can fill in here with some fans. So if you're in the area, come on by.
Starting lineups for your Labette County Lady Grizzlies, you know them well. Number 10, a 5'5" junior leading scorer wearing red, Kaiten O'Brien. Number 11, a 5'7" junior, Nevaeh Jones. Number 14, a 5'4" senior, Audrey Dewey. Number 24, a 5'9" senior, Shelby Wilson. Number 34, a 5'8" senior, Ridley Lynn Cherney. And for the Lady Vikes of Parsons, number 3, a senior, Brianna Patterson. Number 11, a junior, Ashka Patel. Number 22, a junior, Anaya Hinman, who was absolutely monstrous a month and a half ago in Altamont. I mean monstrous, as Ridley's going to have her hands full underneath with Anaya Hinman. And coming up the rear for the Lady Vikes, or pardon me, I don't think I mentioned one of their better players as well. Number 13, a junior, Sydney Scheibe, my apologies. And coming up the rear, 5th and final starter for the Vikes, number 34, a sophomore, Sayla Ray. Head coach for the Lady Vikes, Patrick Scheibe. Assistants, Raheem Dumas and Brittany Odom. For your Labette County Lady Grizzlies, head coach is Brianna Vollmer. Assistants are Heather Wilson and Madison Evans. As Isabel, is this the first game you've ever done in Parsons Gymnasium?
It is. It is the first game.
How are you feeling?
I'm excited. I enjoyed it. I was here for the game last year, but you were, I don't remember where you were, but we weren't able to do it. So, yeah, I'm really excited to finally be able to call a game.
As we are certainly inside enemy territory, that boys game will be tense as always. Players are in one final huddle. PA announcer is booming. 8 minutes put on both scoreboards. Cheerleaders on both ends. We're ready to rock from Parsons. We're going to step aside for tonight's scene setter of Labette County Grizzly basketball and come back with tip-off. Broadcasting live. Meister for 3 in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons, Wilson launches another 3, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! Shelby Wilson will jump both feet. Wearing white shoes and 2 ankle braces is the senior on that Vikings logo at mid-floor, surrounded by a dark navy blue circle. Anaya Hinman, the monster in the last contest, wins the tip. No, Caton's going to steal it. Caton steals it away. Labette County didn't win, they got a steal, and now Patel rips it right away. The first 9 seconds of the game might signify what we're in for 4 full quarters.
Yeah, that was a lot of action right there, as that was just a good pass, right idea by O'Brien, just unfortunate as Patel was right in the passing lane.
Patel has it in front of the Labette County student section that might just outnumber the Viking student section, and I'm not joking. Patterson, the facilitator, flips it Patel. Man-to-man for Labette County. Patel switching left to right on Jones. wanted to step back from the far short corner, won't do it. She'll rotate it. Scheibe trying to shed the good defender Dewey, trying to spin, backing her down, picks it up at the right elbow. She'll turn and kick. Here's Ray, who travels.
As that's just such a common mistake that a lot of players make when they first start getting excited, getting into the game. So turnover there for the Lady Vikes.
As another healthy, these Lady Vikes did not see Landry O'Brien last time we played, and she looked in rare form on Friday at Independence. Here's Jones, Labette County with their first actual half-court set of the evening. Lynn Cherney head fakes on Hinman, doesn't bite, kick. Dewey does the same. Wilson for three, right wing, miss, and that's a foul going the other way on Audrey Dewey. Wow. He pointed this way, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no, that's on Scheibe.
Oh.
He pointed as if that was offensive. But that's on Sydney Scheibe, first foul of the game. Labette will toss it in. Maybe it's tipped out of bounds off the fingertips of Sayla Ray. It stays with Labette County. Lady Vikes in their home whites, trimmed in blue. Labette road reds. Gold trim and black numbers. Wilson, the inbounder. Pitches it to Jones, defended by Patel, straight away, top of the key. Lynn Cherney off the screen, 6:45, first quarter, 0-0 is your score. Skip pass, left wing. Student section's going at it already. Jones gets to the cup, misses a reverse. Pinball in the hands of Scheibe.
Right idea by Jones, just a little bit strong on the reverse.
Scheibe rotates it. Hinman underneath is fouled and will shoot 2 free throws. Coach Vollmer begging for a travel. And Hinman's at the line shooting 2.
As that is something Hinman is really good at, is just taking the ball right to the rim, and she doesn't really care about who's in her way, and she's really good at drawing the foul.
Misses the first free throw. She shot a boatload of free throws in that first contest.
Yeah.
We did not quite know how to handle Anaya Hinman. She'll miss both of these. Rebound, Shelby Wilson, outlet, Caton O'Brien. Crossing the blue stripe, marking the halfway point. 6:15, one-hand bounce pass to Lynn Cherney. She's fronted and backed. She'll have to turn and kick. Labette playing 4 out, 1 in. Lynn Cherney's on that left block. Wilson wanted the 3 and traveled.
Yeah, again, just another unfortunate turnover there for the Lady Grizzlies as they're trying to capitalize here, as Parsons hasn't broken open the scoring yet.
Here comes Patel looking to do so, wearing number 11. 2 minutes into the ball game. Turnover heavy so far. Hinman missed 2 free throws that would have broke the ice. Here's a nice bounce pass, rejected at the block. It was a partial block by both Dewey and Wilson, who then go on to high-five each other after the ball tumbled out of bounds.
Yes, that was a good no call there because that was just a nice clean play by Wilson and Dewey.
Ball goes into Patterson, a set play for Hinman, and that's laid in for the first bucket and the first points of the game. A nice set play from Coach Scheibe.
Yes, that was just a nice kind of screen there, and they were able to pass over and get it right to Hinman.
Labette trying to go to their big. Lynn Cherney working one-on-one, doesn't get the whistle, misses the runner, rebound Hinman. And O'Brien staying with it, nearly got Hinman to travel, but she finds a teammate.
Yes, that's the aggression these Lady Grizzlies are going to need because at some point throughout the night, this will pay off.
Scheibe will work it. Ray gets by her man and lays it in with the right hand off the window. 4-0, Lady Vikes.
Yes, now the Lady Vikes are kind of finding their groove. Labette County's going to have to respond.
Feels a lot like the Independence game.
Yep.
Can't get in a hole. Labette County was down by a bunch early. O'Brien airballs a floater deep from the baseline. Hustles back for defense. Here's Patel. Coach Scheibe signals to slow it down, and she does. Heels nearly on the half-court line. Hinman underneath left block. They're looking to get it to her. Dump over the top. Picked by Lynn Cherney. Tipped by Wilson, and then in the paws of Dewey. Here comes Labette County. 4:30 first quarter. 4-0 Lady Vikes. Bounce pass. Lynn Cherney faces, drives, has a little crease off the glass, gets the whistle though, and will shoot 2 free throws. Ridley will head to the stripe.
As that's kind of a good little, just kind of boost of confidence there to get the momentum to swing the Lady Grizzlies' way. as that'll be the first personal foul on Hinman.
Ridley takes 2 dribbles and misses the first free throw, in and out. 2 Grizzlies check in. Landry O'Brien wearing 23 and Addison Rexwinkle wearing 22. Those 2 get Audrey Dewey and Shelby Wilson. The second try for Lynn Cherney. She hits it. 4-1 Parsons, 4:22 first quarter. Allie Martin checks in for Ridley after the made free throw from Lynn Cherney. Here comes Parsons. He'll go to the corner. Scheibe, she can shoot in this gym. She thought she had it. She started to get back on defense but missed it deep. Here's O'Brien looking to penetrate. It's blocked by Hinman, and then O'Brien steals it away. No, a foul is called on Caton.
As that's just unfortunate, as Caton was just trying to be aggressive there and get her lost ball back. But nonetheless, Lady Vikes walk away with the ball.
Each team with 2 team fouls up to this point, which is the 4-minute mark. That's Caton's first personal foul. No one has more than 1. Here's a deflection by Nevaeh, picked up by Caton. Both O'Brien girls working in the full court, and it's stolen away, and then a foul on Landry. Oh my goodness, come on.
As that, in my opinion, is just a touch foul there. I mean, that wasn't, she's just playing basketball.
Yeah.
As you're going to have some contact, but nonetheless, that'll be her first personal foul.
And the third on Labette as a team. Active on defense, Parsons just has gotten 2 better looks. Here's Landry harassing the ball handler, Patel. I mean harassing. Nearly forces the travel and got 2 steals. Almost did, that is.
Yeah.
Here's Parsons in a half-court set. What? As Landry pokes at the ball and it flies to the other end of the floor, and then a whistle is blown and she'll sit.
Yeah, Shelby Wilson will check in for her because, yeah, Brianna Volmer will want to save her with 2 personal fouls.
You can tell Parsons is not liking, and they've been bailed out by 2 whistles. The Lady Vikes are not liking this Labette County defense. It is scrappy, it is active, It is in your face, it is up in your grill, and sometimes in those non-conference games, they might be officiated differently. That is a foul, as Scheibe will shoot 2 free throws. Rexwinkle's called for her first and the team's 5th. Sometimes those non-conference games are ref differently, and the culture is different at some of those programs. Not a knock on them, but Labette County has the grittiest defense you'll find. Scheibe's first free throw's good. Five to 1 Parsons, 3:25 opening quarter. Second for Scheibe. Is in and out. Rebound Wilson with the right-hand snag. Here comes Labette. It's a 1-on-4. Nevaeh still wanted to take it, but goes behind the back. Wilson for 3, deep left wing. Barely hit the rim. Martin trying to hang, can't do it. And here comes Patterson the other way. Long skip pass. Patel, quick trigger 3, short. Tipped around, out of bounds. Labette ball.
That was quite a turn of events there, as the shot by Shelby was wide open, so I'm glad she took it just a little bit short off the front rim. And then Patel, wasn't able to answer on the other end either.
Here comes Labette County with another crack at it. Jones picks up her dribble, has it swiped at, but finds Shelby. 2:52, Labette just has 1 point. O'Brien given space, launches a 3 off the window, it's good! You don't always like to see as a shooter a 3 go in off the glass, but I don't care. That was a big 3. It's 5-4 now, Parsons.
Yeah, that definitely kind of gives Labette County some more momentum as they hustled a little bit faster on defense to try to get a stop.
Scheibe gets by a couple defenders and goes untouched to the rim and lays it in.
As you know, these Lady Vikes are going to continue to battle, so you've got to continue to fight here.
As Allie Martin is the big on the floor. Other than that, it's pretty much 4 guards. O'Brien wanted another 3. She'll kick it Rexwinkle. Now she'll give it back to the cutter, who's O'Brien. Jones for 3 right wing. Off left, rebound Hinman. She doesn't lose many of those, and she'll dish it off to the point guard, Patterson.
Yeah, Hinman's just nice and lengthy and has just a good rebounding ability.
Wide open for 3, it's missed, and then Hinman will shoot 2 free throws. Shelby's called for a foul. The three-pointer was put up by Braylon Mitchell, wearing number 1. A freshman checked in for Coach Scheibe's squad. That's 16 fouls on Labette County already, just 2 on Parsons. Hinman bangs down her first. Missed her first pair. She's 1 for 3 in the early goings from the free throw line. Makes the second. 9-4 Parsons. The whistles have not helped Labette County. Minute 45 first quarter. Wilson, top of the key, a little space between her and the arc, about 4 feet. She'll whip it left side. Dewey at the scores table as well as Ridley. Here's a little screen, a set for Rexwinkle, denies the 3. Allie Martin trying to force the foul, and that's just not the best shot. It's blocked, and here comes Parsons.
Yeah, she was just too far from the rim there to attempt to take that shot.
Scheibe will launch a 3, airball it, and it'll be Labette County ball, giving those 2 ladies wearing red that I mentioned a chance to check in. Ridley will get Allie Martin, and Audrey gets Nevaeh Jones. Nine to 4, home team, that's Parsons. They'll try to dump it in, short corner, Dewey working on Scheibe. She's deep, she might go up. She'll kick it to Rexwinkle, long 2, barely nicks rim. Rebounded by Parsons, and the ref stops play, and Audrey Dewey has a bloody nose, and she'll make her way to the bench to get that patched up, cleaned up. As Palmer says, I'm assuming she got hit. Is that not a foul? As the shot selection's not ideal for Labette County, as they're going to get a steal, though, in the middle of my sentence. Caton swipes at it. Here's Jones swerving. That's got to be an and one. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not going to have to agree with that one because she was definitely in the act of shooting there.
That's on the floor.
Still, though, Labette County's defense continuing to save them here. They just need to convert on offense.
They'll get it in. Rexwinkle long 2. Too strong. Shelby tipped it out. Rexwinkle crashed and wasn't ready for the tip. It goes off of her thighs and tumbles out of bounds.
Yeah, that bounce just didn't go their way there, as now they're in a half-court press or full-court. As Rexwinkle tipped it out of bounds. So the Lady Vikes will get to inbound a little further down the court.
41 seconds on the clock. Now it starts running as Patel gets both hands upon the pumpkin. 9-4 Parsons with possession. A near travel by Hinman. Scheibe, right wing. Bodies collide, and that's going to be a travel on Sydney Scheibe. And Coach Scheibe can't believe it. The Parsons coaching staff is pretty livid right now.
Yes, I think they were expecting a foul on that call.
20 seconds, first quarter. Labette with a big possession. A low scoring game in Parsons. Bounce pass Wilson, corner. Head fake 3. Rotations taking place. Here's Jones with a cradle, a shoot, and a foul. And she'll shoot 2 from the line. And did Parsons' bench just get teched? I thought did this ref not just blow the whistle?
Yeah, I think he did. I'm not sure what happened. He may have just given him a warning.
Hold on here.
Yep, he did.
That's a tech. Yep. That's a tech on Parsons. So that will be 2 free throws for Nevaeh Jones, and then 2 free throws more for whoever Coach Vollmer elects to send to the line. 8.3 on the clock. Big opportunity here. As Nevaeh Jones is not shooting technical free throws here.
No.
She is shooting her fouled free throws where she got fouled on the layup. There's no one in the paint. Sometimes it's hard to shoot free throws when you're the lone player at the free throw line.
Yeah, and everyone in the gym's looking at you, and there's confusion and what's going on. And
first free throw's good. Way to shut me up, Nevaeh. But sometimes it can be hard when you're just ghosted.
Yeah.
As I'm a fan of having a couple of your teammates there to just be in your peripheral vision, as she'll miss the second. And then she'll elect Shelby Wilson to shoot the 2 tech free throws. As, man, this is just a huge opportunity as it makes up for a couple of those things that just didn't go your way. Shelby's first, good.
That was a pretty high arcing free throw there by Wilson.
Second, 2 dribbles. Second, good. Way to knock him down, Shelby. 9-7 Parsons. That could be a moment. I know it's early. I know. We look back on in the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show and think, hey, Parsons could have been up 11-4 at the end of the first. They would have had the ball.
That's true. Yeah.
Or Nevaeh would have shot her free throws. But anyways, Labette gets the ball after the tech. 3 seconds. Big opportunity. Nevaeh, now Shelby. Deep 3 for the lead. Air ball, but still Labette County fortunate to be down just 2 at the buzzer due to 2 technical free throws made by Shelby Wilson. At the end of 1, Parsons 9, Labette 7. It's gearing up to be another goodie in the Parsons-Altamont rivalry. We'll return in 60 seconds for second quarter action on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Lady Vikes with the ball to open up the second quarter in a half-court set. Here's a three-pointer from Sydney Scheibe, her second airballed 3 of the evening. Here comes Labette County. Both teams shot 6 free throws in that first quarter. Labette made 4 and Parsons made 3. It is 9-7 in favor of Parsons.
Yeah, as both teams are just battling extra right now.
Here's O'Brien with it. She'll penetrate, head fake, give it to Rexwinkle, dump down Ridley, 1-on-1, kicks it out, Jones giving space for the lead, you bet! Nevaeh Jones! Spelled backwards, it's heaven, and that's what that three-point shot was, 10-9, Labette County, a near steal by Ridley, what an effort, she'll hit the deck, Patel picks it up for 3, good.
It's just like we anticipated the shootouts beginning as both teams are heating up more on the offensive ends.
Lid is coming off a little bit. Here comes Labette County. Errant shot put up. Ridley there for the board. Her putback is a miss, and here comes Parsons. Scheibe backing down. Rexwinkle! Foul going the other way. That's a charge on Sydney Scheibe, and now we're knotted up at 16 fouls.
As I was watching away from the ball, so I didn't see what happened there, but the crowd, the student section erupted as it happened right over in front of them.
O'Brien dribbling the ball with her right hand. That's her dominant side. Elects to go to that area. Gives it to Wilson. Right back to O'Brien. Straight away in line with the rim is her. She'll give it to Rexwinkle. Deep corner in front of the Viking bench. Now they'll rotate it. 2 Grizzlies at each elbow. Wilson on the right. Lynn Cherney on the left. And Coach Vollmer wants to talk it over. A 30-second timeout. The first timeout called by either head coach. We'd like to thank Labette Health for making tonight's broadcast of Labette County Grizzly basketball possible. Invite you to stay tuned for our halftime show, sponsored by Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. As Isabel, tell me what you've seen so far with 6:16 left in the second quarter. Out of a 30-second timeout from Coach Vollmer, we're down by 2. Kind of a chaotic first quarter, both teams trying to find their rhythm.
Yeah, I expected the scoring to be more than it was, just from the fact that both these teams have such an explosive offense. But I also, I'm not surprised either. It's been a defensive battle. Neither team has shot, impressively well, but I think we're starting to see that pick up a little bit. So I just can imagine it just get a little bit more tense here as time moves on.
Labette will inbound, down by just a bucket. Lynn Cherney will come set a good screen. Here's Rexwinkle, corner kick. Jones for her second three of the game. I was hoping it was going to be a bank. It barely hit the rim and goes out of bounds, but it looked just like Caton's shot that went off the window and in.
Yeah, and when they shoot right there in our line of sight, it's kind of sometimes hard to tell which direction the ball is going to go.
Patel in a trap. Oh, my goodness. That's a foul on Caton. It probably was, but you could just feel the steal coming.
Yeah.
But they get Caton for her second. Her sister Landry has two as well. And I believe, I didn't catch the number, I think it's Aubrey down there. It is Aubrey Boss checking in for Caton. So shooting 1 and 1, that's the 7th team foul on the Grizzlies, is Ashka Patel. Her first free throw trip. Her first is too strong. Hinman leaves the deck, hits the deck, and a foul's called.
I'm not surprised by that, the way that the calls have gone so far tonight. But that seemed to be more of a again, another just basketball contact. But nonetheless, it'll send Hinman to the line to shoot a 1 and 1.
As that's 2 on Ridley and the 8th on Labette. So Landry, Caton, and Ridley all on the bench and all with 2 fouls. Dewey with her nose plug, and the front end is missed by Anaya Hinman. Rebound, Shelby Wilson. Labette with a gift from Parsons. Here's a near steal. Jones bails out the passer. That was, I think it was Aubrey. Different lineup for Labette County. Just 2 starters in the game in red. 5:40, second quarter, Labette down 2. Martin in the corner, drives on Hinman, and that's a carry.
Yeah, she just kind of got ahead of her hand there for a little bit and had the ball swing way over her hip.
So here comes Parsons. Labette County flirting with the 2-possession deficit for sure. Rexwinkle with another trap on Patel, deflects it out of bounds. Parsons tries again. They'll inbound it. 3 guards beyond the arc. Hinman underneath alongside the freshman Mitchell. Patterson, the point guard, driving with the right hand. Rexwinkle takes the swipe, hits the deck. Scheibe for 3 left wing, wide open, misses short. Rebound Addison. Here comes Shelby, 5:10 in the first half remaining. Boss holds the ball high above her head. Gives it to Shelby, picks up her dribble straight away. A risky bounce pass as Martin's going to somehow come away with it. Leans, shoots, and a foul is called on Anaya Hinman. And was that a foul? I don't know.
Yeah.
But the way the game is gone, you put yourself in a position as the ref that you have to call that foul.
Yeah, you do. Otherwise, you're definitely going to get some upset fans. As now it looks like Coach Scheibe's going to call a timeout, so both teams are going to head to their huddles to get a word from their coaches.
We'll go ahead and take that timeout with Coach Scheibe. Labette down 2, 4:55 in the half, a 30-second break on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
From their huddles out of the Parsons timeout, Allie Martin buries that right foot on the blue free throw line. Shelby Wilson's the only one on the block so far, but we'll see if that changes as Martin rolls in the first free throw. And now Addison Rexwinkle comes to join Shelby Wilson. This will tie it if Allie knocks it down. And she does.
As that's huge, as we've talked about, that's such high foul count. Free throws are going to become important here, especially if the second half is much like the first.
Labette County 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Patel for 3, in and out, and almost fell back in. Rolled off the rim. Here comes Labette County, long pass to Rexwinkle, and she'll have to save it from going out of bounds. Let's see. They're going to say it's off of Patel, who was scrapping for it. It'll remain Labette County possession. Dewey to inbound over Scheibe, the outstretched arms, into traffic. Martin somehow gets it. A tough dump down, goes out of bounds. That was a bad possession for Labette County the whole time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they knew what they were running. It was just unfortunate as Parsons' defense just kind of got in the passing lanes, I think, and just made it difficult for them.
As there's a sense of Labette County that even when someone's given them about a 4-foot cushion, they're handling it like they're being really pressured.
Yes.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Ground yourself. Find out what foot you're going to use to pivot off of and rip and make a move. They're a little bit tight right now. 4:15, Scheibe calling for it, and she'll collect it in front of that growing. Man, that's a big Labette County student section. Patel harassed in the corner, a deep three from Patterson. In and out. Parsons shoots a lot of threes. Here comes Audrey Dewey the other way back in the ball game. Skip pass to Wilson. Pulls down the three-pointer. Jones will drive floater, high floater off the glass. That's off of Hinman if it tumbles. Oh, it stays in. A nice save there from Sydney Scheibe. Scheibe will give it up to the freshman, Braylon Mitchell. Patterson, they're looking for Hinman. She'll have to save it, and Dewey proceeds to tip it out of bounds off the Hinman save. Stays with the Lady Vikings with 3:43 first half, knotted at a dozen apiece. Dewey will guard the inbounder as Coach Vollmer has to step on the first row of the stands to give Patterson space to throw it in. And they do. They're looking for Hinman again. Ball tipped around, and Patel gets it at the half-court line. 3:30 in the half. Whistles have calmed down. If not, they're a little bit more even now. Here's a dump down. Hinman harassed by Martin, poking it out again. It'll stay with the Vikes, but they're doing a much better job on Anaya Hinman.
Yeah, that was definitely something I think Coach Fulmer probably, talked to them about. She even mentioned it in the post-game show of the last meeting of, they have to clamp her down, and so far they've done that tonight.
Sayla Ray checks in. They go for Hinman. Misses a runner. Tipped around. Rebound Dewey. Labette County has played so well after being down early on the road. Here's a cut. Rexwinkle up under a foul. She'll shoot two and look to give Labette County a lead.
As that's 3 personal fouls now on Anaya Hinman, so that's huge for the Lady Vikes.
I did not realize she had 2. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I didn't either. I wondered. I knew it was more than 1, but I wasn't sure if it was the second or third, so it looks like she's going to get a sub.
Rexwinkle for the lead. And it falls. That hit the back iron, went 3 foot high and fell in. As Isabel, this whole stretch where Labette County's hung around and now has a lead has been with Ridley, Caton, and Landry on the bench with 2 fouls. Rexwinkle misses the second as Riley Dunley, a good post presence replacement for Hinman, checks in. An unguarded 3 for Patel is missed. Martin fighting off of her. It'll stay with Parsons. And I'm not saying that we're better without them per se, but what a job by the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more of just them stepping up. You get your starters in foul trouble. It's like, what are we going to do now? And so, yeah, it's nice to see the bench step up and go, you know what, we're still going to carry, we're still going to score and make things happen.
Labette County's yet to make a 2-point bucket. 2 3-pointers and the rest are free throws. Landry back with it. Dewey, what a screen, misses the left-hand layup. Martin's there for the board, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. That is a big-time play by Allie Martin to rip that thing out of the air. And that was a nice slip by Audrey Dewey underneath that screen on the far side.
Yeah, Audrey was able to clear the lane so nicely, and Martin was able to back her man down and get that good offensive board for the putback as her first free throw falls through perfectly.
This will be the 12th free throw Labette County has shot, and she'll miss it. Here comes Parsons, down by 2 points now. 2:40 second quarter. In the corner with the basketball is Ray. Parsons, aside from the three-point shot, doesn't have a lot going. Caton O'Brien steals it away. Here's Labette County. A potential Parsons timeout coming should they can one. Landry, a floater, miss. Another rebound, Martin. Kick out O'Brien. It's Caton. Little floater off the mark, and it's tipped off the hands of Wilson. It'll go out of bounds.
As that was still a good effort there by Labette County. They continued
Yeah.
to drive, continued to look for shots, just didn't fall their way, but much better looking offense there by the Lady Grizzlies.
Braylon Mitchell checks in for Riley Dunley. And here comes Parsons. As much better as Labette County's played for the last quarter, I would say. Here's a steal. What a steal! Dewey misses the layup. Caton there for the board. Her putback is no good, but she'll shoot two as well. Audrey Dewey with a full court steal. Coach Vollmer gives two clenched fists in the air towards her team, who has played with an outrageous amount of energy the last 6 or so minutes of game time. Caton makes the first free throw.
Yeah, that was extremely impressive. They have really just amped up that defensive pressure, and Parsons is starting to feel it big time.
Caton makes them both. Parsons has found themselves down 4. They were up 7-9 at the end of the first quarter. They've just scored 1 3-point basket, all of this, but there's still 2 minutes to go. Labette, keep playing D. Here's a trap, and that's a charge! That's a charge! Landry O'Brien draws it underneath the basket. She hits her head on the hardwood, looks at Coach Vollmer, and they both exchange smiles, and Labette County will have the rock.
As that's the last thing you want to see. I mean, glad that Landry took the charge, but as a coach, you got to be nervous whenever somebody like that goes down. But glad to see Landry's okay.
Minute 50, second quarter, Labette 16, Parsons 12. Landry calling, Landry shooting, Landry missing, Wilson tipping it into the hands of Sydney Scheibe. Landry wanted that pretty bad.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice high-arcing shot. I thought it was going in there for a sec.
Scheibe gets a spin around the waist, the body of Landry O'Brien, and scores. She has 5, lead back to 2 for Labette County. 90-second, second quarter. Caton with it, right hand pounding, Euro step off the glass, that's pretty, but she misses. Rebound Parsons.
As that was just a little bit short of some momentum there from Caton, but still good looking to drive.
As good as Labette County's played, Parsons just down a bucket with the ball, but still, Labette has earned their way, the position that they're in. Patel, wide open 3, good.
As you knew, sooner or later, one of those was going to fall through. A nice shot there from Patel.
I mean, wide open. Caton, the response, you bet! Caton O'Brien hitting them back. Labette up 1, 18-17, 42 seconds, second quarter. Some full court pressure. They break it. Patel, again, harassed. Kick to the corner. A drive, no, a travel, and a Parsons turnover. 2 Grizzlies check in. Aubrey Boss and Addison Rexwinkle get Caton O'Brien and Landry O'Brien, as they did an awesome job playing with 2 personal fouls and a good decision to pull them. Do you think we should hold for 1 shot?
I would like to see 1 shot.
I would too.
I think that would be our best case scenario. I don't think we want Parsons up going into the locker room.
Jones will let a 3 fly, misses short, rebound, pinballed, and Labette County's got it. Aubrey tries to throw it. It's off of a Viking shin. And Coach Scheibe's going to be awarded the timeout. Wow. So it'll be Parsons basketball after this 30-second timeout. Labette County up by 1 with 18.6 on the clock. We'll get back to those sponsors. A few of them that make tonight's broadcast possible include
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Kirsten Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, the Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
This is a hungry Lady Vikes squad. They've lost their last 2 games at home to Frontenac and at Fort Scott on Friday. Prior to that, they had won 6 straight. And they've got the basketball down by a point to your Grizzlies with 12 seconds left. Out of the Coach Scheibe timeout. Here comes Patterson, defended by Jones. A pass, Scheibe, she gets by. 2 defenders, floater, miss, rebound, fought for, Parsons has it. High shot is good. At the buzzer, they get it to go. Nearly hit the top of the backboard from Braylon Mitchell, and it fell in. At the halftime break, it's Parsons 19, Labette County 18. Man, was that fun, Isabel. We'll return in 3 minutes for the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show. Welcome in, Grizzly Nation, to the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show, brought to you by Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray. Second half will begin in 6:20, roughly 6 minutes 20 seconds. But for now, we'll go ahead and dive in to some first half stats. Scores for Labette County. There were 6 of them for Labette County. Caton O'Brien had 7. Shelby Wilson had 2. Addison Rexwinkle had 1. So did Ridley Lynn Cherney. Nevaeh Jones had 4. And Allie Martin hit 3 big free throws. For the Lady Vikes, the home team, Sydney Scheibe had 5. Ashka Patel hit 2 3-pointers in the second quarter for 6 points. She leads the way. For the Vikings, Sayla Ray has 2. Anaya Hinman has 4. And in that last matchup, and she could still hit that mark tonight, you know, knock on wood, I'm not saying she can't. But what did she have, 27 in that last contest at home?
Yes, she did.
So that's a testament to Labette County's schematics coming in, and if it wasn't for, it was a good shot, but it was certainly, she was even kind of smiling after she hit it. Braylon Mitchell hit the bucket at the buzzer to give the Lady Vikes the lead. It was a good shot by the young lady underneath. She has 2. At the end of the first quarter, it was Parsons 9, Labette County 7, and in that second quarter, Labette County, I'm telling you, the energy was tremendous. as they were flirting. And in that first half, it was 9-4, and then there's a tech called on the Parsons bench. And after that entire sequence, it's 9-7, and the buzzer is sounding. So Lebec County was flirting with some danger, but after that tech, that energy, Isabel, would you agree with me, has flipped tremendously in terms of the girls from Altamont's favor.
Yeah, they had gotten a foul right before the technical, and so Nevaeh Jones shot her 2 free throws and then sent Shelby to shoot 2 free throws as well for that technical foul. And so that was just a huge swing there for the Lady Grizzlies as far as momentum goes. So it was kind of that kind of clicked moment in their heads, like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And yeah, from there on, it was just seemed like they were the ones in the driver's seat.
Lebec County outscored Parsons 11-10 in that second quarter, so still just a 1-point margin, 1-point advantage that your Lady Grizzlies gained over a good Lady Vikes squad who's hungry for a win. 4 minutes till the beginning of the second half. Isabel, talk a little bit about, in that first half, Lebec County shot 14 free throws and made 10. Parsons shot 8 and made 3. The 5 that they missed were early in the game. They made most of their recent ones. But talk about how the free throws have played a part in this game, because Lebec County's made most of theirs. They're down still. But Parsons, if they can continue to convert, both teams have done a fine job getting to the line. So talk about how that'll play a part in the flow of the second half. Do you think the whistles will change? It certainly got better in that second quarter.
Yeah, I definitely think it was kind of getting not necessarily out of hand yet, but it was definitely kind of like, oh my goodness, how much are we going to call? And so I definitely think you may see it slow down a little bit. I still think it's going to be a pretty high foul count, just from the way that how aggressive the game has been. So it may not necessarily be the fact that they call a lot of touch fouls or stuff that may be 50-50. I think it'll more be just each team getting, driving on contact, getting to the line, that kind of thing. But it's huge. For a team to be able to make free throws and convert on it. These Lady Grizzlies, most of their points have come from the free throw line in this first half. Like, that's huge. It's a testament to how good of a free throw shooting team they are, but it's also a testament of how important the free throws are going into this second half. So it's going to definitely be something that the Lady Grizzlies have to just keep, in their head, every time they get to the line, know that it's free buckets, they're for the taking. And same for the Lady Vikes. They haven't necessarily done as well from the line, but they're going to have, I'm sure Coach Scheibe's going to mention something about it, because he's like, look, if they're calling it, we're going to have to convert and make it and stretch this lead, or, to stay with them, because these teams are evenly matched. We've talked about it. It's just a matter of who's going to show up more tonight and finish, because you hear all the time, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And so it's one of those things where the Lady Grizzlies are going to have to just kind of figure it out and go with it. But yeah, I think if they can kind of just continue to do what they're doing, maybe be a little bit more aggressive, maybe get some more shots to fall, then I think it's going to definitely fall more in their favor tonight.
This has been your Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray halftime show. We'll return in 2 minutes with third quarter action from Parsons. Labette County will have the basketball to open up the third quarter. What a play to open up the third quarter as Ridley Lynn Cherney lays it in, points at Shelby Wilson, the passer, and they both exchange beautiful smiles as Isabel. That was a beautiful play.
Yeah, as that was just perfect pass there from Wilson to Ridley.
As Labette County does force a turnover right after. Guess I should have emphatically mentioned that, huh?
Yeah.
As they have the ball up by a point, not even 30 seconds in. They're dumping it down immediately, looking for Ridley. They'll have to kick it this time, though. Here's a drive. Landry untouched to the rim, you bet. Labette County's up 3. They've came out of the gates firing.
As that's exactly, I mean, you can only imagine what Coach Fulmer said in the locker room, but she's got to be pleased with her team right now.
Here's a drive. Patterson into the chest of Ridley. That is fantastic defense, squaring up on Patterson. It's a miss and rebound Labette County. Here's Landry. Wilson, left wing, puts it on the hardwood. Right hand, spin, head fake, give it up. Caton, she'll drive, untouched, to the rim. It's good! Labette County on a 6-0 run to open up the break. Coach Vollmer just looks at the scoreboard and claps away.
As they are doing all they can right now. Their drives have been almost perfect as Parsons' defense hasn't been able to clamp down.
Three-pointer Patel, good. She's a good shooter, man.
Yeah, she's just very calm, has a nice stroke.
Good shooter. 24-22, just like that. It's a 2-point game. Ashka Patel has 9. Man-to-man for the Vikes. Dribble handoff. Landry, top of the key, getting the start in the second half. She is back in form. She'll try to drive on Hinman, have to kick it. Nevea off the screen, a pull-up. Off the mark, and it tumbles out of bounds.
That's still good job working the ball around, trying to get a shot, looking for the right opportunity. Just didn't fall that time.
As Patterson is just going to lose it out of bounds off the bounce. There were some Grizzlies riding her hips, but she just lost it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. That was just an unfortunate mistake there by Patterson.
Shelby Wilson checks out of the game, replaced by Addison Rexwinkle. 6 minutes, third quarter. 24 Labette, 22 Parsons. Bad pass by Caton, and it's stolen away. Here's Scheibe the other way, trying to tie it, and she might have to do that at the free throw line. Caton throws both palms to the heavens and is confused on the whistle. That's 3 on her.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there for Caton.
Wilson will check in for Caton, I'm assuming, as Scheibe knocks down the first free throw. Scheibe for the tie. She has 6, make it 7, and we're knotted at 24, 2 minutes into the third quarter. Three-pointer, Wilson for the answer. It's bottoms for the senior. 27-24, Labette right back on top. But here comes Patel. She shut me up 3 times tonight. Here's a kick to the corner for the tie. It is good by Sayla Ray.
As we expected a shootout, and that is what we are getting.
Landry wants to shoot the deep 3, but she'll keep it on that right hip. Wilson, corner, cut. Landry tipped out Hinman. It stays with the Grizzlies.
As this will actually be a nice opportunity to just run something a little bit different here and see if they can't get something closer to the basket.
Landry throws it in to Ridley. Landry, corner 3, way too deep. Sometimes those are hard to rebound. Oh, darn it. That's going to be a foul on Shelby Wilson. As she tried so hard, she dropped to her knees to try to create the jump ball. And that's her second and the team's second of the half. Parsons with just 1. Good ball game in Parsons. Another tip pass by Addison in the half-court press. Here's Patel, dump to Hinman, good position, and that's a bucket for Anaya Hinman. That's the first time she's playing with 3 fouls where she's been in the position off the catch that she wants to be in.
Yeah, and
in a while at least.
Yeah, and normally that's the position. She gets it there, you're done, because she'll get you beat. But the Lady Grizzlies have kept her out of that position so far tonight, so hopefully we don't see any more of that.
Lady Vikes back up 2. Landry O'Brien for 3 on the left wing. Holds that right hand in the cookie jar after it fell through. Labette back up 1. Scheibe double team. Patterson for the answer. Misses badly. Rebound Ridley. Here comes Labette. Landry O'Brien is hungry, and she'll throw it out of bounds. But man, her motor is so high right now.
Yeah, she's definitely feeling good after that 3, and once more, as she's been pushing the pace. As Allie Martin's going to get Shelby Wilson, as she's played a lot of minutes tonight, so she's going to take a breather.
30-29 Labette County. Inbounds, goes to Scheibe. Pitch it up across half court. Is Patel harassed by Landry. Little bit of rotation here. Now it'll go to the corner. Ray for back-to-back 3s. Misses this one short. Rebound Ridley, who has done awesome tonight in the paint. Here's a dump down thrown out of bounds. Labette County. Give me a moment. That just hurt, that hurts you in the gut watching it, because she's right there. That's happened 2 or 3 times tonight, Isabel.
Yeah, they just are kind of getting ahead of themselves a little bit. I don't know what it is, but they're just amped.
Patel misses an open 3. Oh man, rebound Ridley. Labette County pushing the pace. Martin to the rim, travels. Man, there are a few different times where Labette could have gone up 5, 6, 7, and they just turn it over. Aubrey Boss checks in. Sydney Scheibe for Parsons calling for a sub, and Braylon Mitchell will replace Sydney Scheibe. On the floor for Labette, Nevaeh Jones, Aubrey Boss, Landry O'Brien, Allie Martin, and Ridley Lynn Cherney. 3:45, third quarter has flown by. The JV boys game went into overtime, indicating our late start here. And here's a Vikings turnover, as all things even out, right? As it was in and out of the hands of Mitchell.
Yes, that was just unfortunate passing there by the Lady Vikings. So now Labette County brings the ball down.
1 point lead. Ridley spinning, just hoisted up, hits the rim twice and falls out. Hinman with the board. Or is that Patterson? That's Patterson clearing space. Here comes Patel, switching hands left, right, right, left. Entry pass tipped away by Allie Martin, picked up by Aubrey Boss. That was a nice front on Anaya Hinman. Landry, she'll let it rip. It's short, and the ball is on the deck, and that's a jump ball, possession Parsons. But I'm liking the Landry O'Brien that I'm watching right now, Isabel.
Yeah.
She is wanting the ball and wanting to make things happen.
And in a game like this, you need players that aren't afraid of the ball. That are not afraid to make the shots. You know you won't make every single one of them, but it's good to have that just to keep your team motivated and going.
Riley Dunley checks in for the Lady Vikes. Sydney Scheibe right back in. Patel with it. Here's a pass tipped, a near steal. Jones got 2 paws on it. Another near steal by Aubrey Boss. Scheibe, baseline floater. No foul called. They're letting them play this half. Here comes Labette County. Aubrey finds Landry. 1 point lead, 2:45. Landry switching, driving, loose ball, and a jump. It stays with Labette. Audrey Dewey checks in for Landry O'Brien. Fantastic minutes, young lady. Landry O'Brien has been fantastic tonight, and so is that player who sits down next to her, Allie Martin. Ball goes into Wilson back in the game, working on Dunley, and she'll draw the foul. 2 free throws coming for Shelby. Labette County's right where they want to be, Isabel.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive. They're playing just, very cool. They've got the tempo in their hands, and so it's just really good to just be able to watch. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out, as you say, but Labette County is performing as you want them right now.
Shelby misses the first free throw. She shot the technical free throws in the first quarter and made both of those. And for the first time tonight comes Jaden Kendrick, a junior for Parsons, wearing double zeros. She will replace Riley Dunley. Wilson's second free throw is good. 31-29, the visitors. 2:30 Landry O'Brien set to check back in just enough to get a breather. Parsons loses it. They pick it up. Scheibe just couldn't handle it. Dewey on her, given no room. Bounce past Patterson. Ball is being driven now. Patterson misses the runner, and Wilson volleyball spikes it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Parsons. It should stay with Parsons, and it does. The initial signal was Labette County ball, but it was blatant. It was off of Shelby, and the FAR official corrected it. Braylon Mitchell checks in for Parsons. She replaces Brianna Patterson, and Aubrey Boss checks out. Replaced by Landry. Scheibe off of a curl, puts up a floater. It is good, and we're knotted at 31 with 2:10 to go.
What more could you ask for in a game like this, as both teams are just playing so well?
Shelby for three, left wing! It hits for Shelby Wilson. I accidentally turned myself down all the way. But Shelby hit the three, 34-31, a big-time play by the senior. Oh, no, Patel for the tie. Oh, she missed it. Rebound Dewey as Ashka has hit many a dagger here tonight.
Yeah, she was left wide open. You thought that was going in.
Nevaeh for three! Nevaeh for three! She hits it in front of the student section. Timeout Parsons. Coach Ballmer flexes both biceps. 37-31, good guys. Minute 36, third quarter. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
4 3-pointers by your Lady Grizzlies in this third quarter alone. 6 on the ball game have given themselves the largest lead of the game at 37-31, forcing Coach Scheibe to burn one for his Lady Vikes. Isabel, walk me through what Labette County has done. Heck, even for most of that second quarter and into this third quarter.
Yeah, they've just really continued. I mean, really, their defense has turned into offense for them, is what I've kind of observed here, is they didn't necessarily start out the hottest on offense and kind of struggled to get going. But getting those defensive stops and playing tight defense has just led to them just kind of running away with the momentum here in the third quarter.
Here comes Scheibe, half-court trap, bounce pass in the hands of Patel, hit the ground twice. Hold your breath if you're a Vikes fan. Scheibe open for three. It misses deep. Patterson, easy board, but the putback is missed, and that's a foul going the other way.
Yeah,
wow. Is that 4 on Hinman?
Yes, it will be, as that was an over-the-back against Ridley, as Ridley had position and Hinman just reached over too much for the ref's liking, so that'll be 4 personal on Hinman.
Here's Landry, was uncontested, forced to pick up her dribble, has to find someone, finds Shelby, and Coach Farmer's going to burn a 30-second timeout with 1:08 on the clock. 37 Labette, 31 Parsons. At the end of the first quarter, this game was 9-7.
Yeah.
And free throws were the main source of scoring. But in this third quarter, Labette's only shot 2 free throws. Parsons has only shot 2 free throws. And there have been 6 made three-pointers combined by both teams.
Yeah, that's just a testament of showing how much the scoring has picked up and how just everybody's just continuing to be aggressive. And, I mean, you know, you're, again, rivalry game, high school basketball night, you know, scoring starts to pick up. People are feeling good. So that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Labette County will inbound. 37-31, 68 ticks remain on the blue scoreboards to the left and right of myself. Landry at the Viking at midcourt, out of the Vollmer timeout. Right wing, in front of the student section. Jones, dump down, kick pass. Rexwinkle for 3, hit the front of the rim. Backside rebound, Ridley, bounce pass, Shelby, and a foul. Labette County is playing loose. On defense, they're active. And if Shelby Wilson knocks down both these, Labette will be up 8.
Yes, it looks like they're just having fun. They're working the ball, waiting. They're being patient, waiting for the open shot or a good look.
That's the first foul on Ray. Shelby's first is good. That's the fourth as a team on Parsons. Labette with 2. Shelby never moved that right foot after her first make. It's still planted firmly right in the middle of the stripe. Second, perfect. Neither of them hit the rim, but they were both perfect. You know what that means. 50 seconds, third quarter. Scheibe breaking the press all by herself, spinning. Oh my goodness, you got to stop her, and that is a jump ball. Coach Ballmer loves it as Scheibe. That was a great play by Sydney Scheibe. The possession stays with Parsons, though.
Yeah, which is a good thing because I thought she might have traveled there.
40 seconds, Parsons with it. Set play for Scheibe, three-pointer isn't there. She's cut off, and a foul on Addison Rexwinkle. That'll be the third as a team on Labette. They'll inbound on the baseline. And that's the second on Addison. Patterson the inbounder. They're wanting to post up Scheibe, and they'll have to pitch it to the right wing, Patel. Crossing over, doing a nice job, gets to the rim, misses. Rebound Ridley. Here comes Labette. 30 seconds, up 8. Landry pulling up from 12. It's a fader, a tough shot. Back rebound is snagged by Ray. Rexwinkle hanging with it. Ray breaking the press. It's 1-on-2. Advantage Labette. She'll reverse it. Patterson skip pass. Scheibe tries to get by Jones, and a foul during the shot is called, and Scheibe's going to shoot 2 free throws. Tough shot by Landry on this end.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen her maybe pull it out, maybe work it around. They had enough time to, do something with it.
Burn the rest of the third quarter clock as Scheibe's going to make the first.
I mean, thankfully you do still get the ball back here.
Right.
If you can rebound where she makes it with time to spare.
Scheibe has 10. Make it 11. Here comes Labette, up 6, 10 seconds, third quarter. Skip past Jones, right wing. This would be a big-time shot if they get it. 5 seconds, Wilson, dump down. Ridley, 2 seconds, making a move, kick. Landry at the buzzer, it's blocked. Buzzer sounds, but man, Labette County is fighting and fighting hard. They're up 39-33 at the end of the third quarter. We'll return in 60 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
Everybody is different. Some get injured, while others simply wear down. Whether it's on the court, on the field, or at the gym, Labette Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team has the training and skill to repair, restore, and renew. We share the same goal, and together we'll write your comeback story. For more information about Southeast Kansas' leading orthopedic and sports medicine team, go to LavetteHealth.com.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Caton O'Brien dribbling the ball for Labette County to get the clock rolling. Here's Nevaeh Jones driving. Fourth quarter has just began. If you're just joining us, here's a steal. Patel, layup, good. Labette County gets another try at a half-court set. Not the way to start the fourth quarter. I mentioned some empty seats. There's still some, but not near as many since tip-off. This is what Parsons Altamont is all about. 4-point Grizzly advantage. Backdoor, Wilson catches. Another bounce pass out of bounds off of a bike. It stays with Labette.
Yeah, as now things are really starting to get tense and heat up in here as both lady teams are just going to continue to battle it out here.
Nevaeh Jones gives a little shake, has to pull it down. Here's Wilson off the give. She'll cradle, find Dewey off the carom, leans, and that's a block on Dunley. And Dewey will shoot 2 free throws as Riley Dunley gets up and slaps her hands together. She was trying awful hard to draw that charge, and she almost got it. That was a nice play.
Yeah, it's tough to, when you know that a player's coming towards you, it's tough to just kind of have enough time to get set, especially when you're already both down low.
Big free throws for Audrey. The first is missed strong. As these Lady Vikes, as we've done research on them before the game in December, and after that I kind of keep an eye on the Vikes, they're used to deficits, let me tell you. The second is good by Audrey, so this Lady Vikes team is no stranger to being down in the fourth quarter. Patterson with the dump down. That is fantastic defense by Shelby Wilson. It's a steal. 3-on-2. Caton from 12. In and out. Rebound Wilson underneath the rim. Bounce pass to Audrey in the corner. Open for a tray. It's missed deep as Nevaeh Jones wanted the extra pass. She would have been wide open as well. Here's Scheibe driving, shooting, missing, and a foul well after the shot. It's a block, I think, on Ridley, and 2 free throws coming for number 13 in white.
Yeah, as it will be a foul on Ridley Lynn Cherney, so that'll be her 3rd personal foul.
Sydney's first is good. Man, she's a good free throw shooter. She's a good shooter, but, I mean, she shot a lot of free throws tonight. This will be her 8th, and she's only missed 1. Audrey checks out. Did Landry get her? I think Landry came in.
Yes, she did.
Sayla Ray will check in if Sydney Scheibe makes the free throw, and she does. So here comes Sayla Ray for Dunley.
As, yeah, both those free throws were perfect by Scheibe. And Lady Grizzlies will bring it down the floor.
Third quarter, at the end of it, Lovett was up 6. It is cut in half at 3. 40-37, dump down off of Ridley. Parsons ball. As there have been 5 or 6, that was a more excusable one. But there have been 5 or 6 times, Isabel, where Levette's tried to dump it to the post and just threw it to the cheerleaders.
Yeah, it's just kind of been, those turnovers are going to come back to bite them here as Parsons is going to try to make their comeback.
Here's a 3-pointer for Ray for the tie. Misses short. Rebound Landry. She'll rip, rock, and roll. Up the floor to her sister. Caton gets by Patel. Oh, my gosh. How is that a foul? As it's on Parsons, so, why are you complaining, Jack?
Yeah.
But that's pretty touchy.
Yeah, there's definitely been some questionable touch fouls both ways tonight.
Yeah. That's the 2nd on Patel, 6th on Parsons. Skip past Landry, wants a 3, misses it off the right side. Rebound Ashka Patel. 6-minute mark, it's approaching. Scheibe for the tie. She traveled before she shot it. Turnover Parsons.
As that's just unfortunate there.
Pat Scheibe's getting an explanation or maybe arguing about something else with the official on the near side. 5:55, Labette up 3, and the ball. Jones off the screen. Landry on the floor, she'll go Euro step, and that's a travel on Landry O'Brien. Coach Vollmer has both hands over her agaped mouth in disbelief, as she sure thought that was a good Euro step, as Landry's really good at those.
It definitely would have been clean had she been playing in the NBA.
Here's Scheibe dribbling with that left hand. It was poked out by Labette County. It'll slow things down a little. There hasn't been the stoppage of plays that we had in that first half.
Yeah, it's definitely, the second half feels like it's gone much, much faster than the first.
Inbounds pass is thrown in and tipped out by Landry. As man, Parsons is good enough, and they have enough talent to be able to and obviously win the amount of games that they have. I mean, goodness, they're 11-4, a fantastic crew. But it feels like Labette County's played so much better, but they're just up 3. They're just up 3. Patel looking to change what I just said. She'll launch a 3. Miss it. Right side. Rebound tipped around. Patterson, or pardon me, that's Ray. What a save. Hinman draws the foul, plus the bucket.
That'll definitely swing momentum in your favor if you're in this gym. As Coach Vollmer's wanting to travel from Hinman, but she's going to go to the line instead and shoot her and one.
40-39. Labette, Hinman for the tie. Misses it, and it's rebounded by Patterson. Parsons has the lead. Hinman laid it in untouched off the bricked free throw, 41-40 Parsons. How will you respond? Here's Caton slowing it down in the half court. Landry with it now. 5:15 in the game. They'll dump it to Rexwinkle. She'll lean. It's blocked, and it lands out of bounds. It'll stay with Labette County.
Yeah, if you're Labette County here, you can't let any of that, crowd or momentum or anything like that get in your head here, because you're only down one. There's plenty of time left. You've got enough time to swing it back your way, so you can't get stressed here or start playing tight.
A down screen is set by Wilson, and Caton throws it to Landry, who nearly saved it from going out of bounds. She crosses the half-court line now. Step back three for Landry. Misses right side. Rebound Patel. She didn't feel Rexwinkle from behind.
Yeah, that was almost a steal by Rexwinkle.
Here's Ray, and she travels. 3 Grizzlies check in. Ridley, Lynn Cherney comes in for Allie Martin. Landry O'Brien checks out for Nevaeh Jones, and Audrey Dewey checks in for Addison Rexwinkle. Labette County has the ball down 1. 4:45 to go in the ball game here in Parsons. An instant classic. Bounce pass, Dewey. She's deep, has it stripped, and a steal. Patterson has it, and Parsons is turning the tables on the defensive end now.
This is going to be very important to keep everybody guarded, as that's going to be another foul as Hinman takes the ball to the basket. We'll see who they called it on. Looks like they're going to get Shelby, so that'll probably, yep, that's just her third.
Now Parsons is able to punch holes in the piece of paper that they want to do so, and that is go right at Anaya Hinman. She makes the first free throw. Credit Parsons, they've done enough to be able to be in the position that they were in, and now they've taken the lead firmly. I say firmly, it's a 3-point lead, but she makes the second. 43-40, 4:20. And Coach Vollmer calls a timeout. Not a bad timeout there from Coach Vollmer. We'll take it with her. We'll see how long it is. It's a full. We'll be back in 60. Lady Grizzlies clawing here on KLKC Parsons.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
V93.5 is your home for the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. Get your day started with the Anna and Raven Morning Show. You're the judge during Couples Court. Couples share their disagreement, and then you decide who's right. Think you know pop culture trivia? It could pay off, and you score the cash jackpot when you play Can't Beat Raven. Krause in the House gets you home every weekday afternoon starting at 2. Stream us anytime, anywhere at KLKCradio.com.
It feels like Labette County needs to score here. Plenty of time if they don't, but Parsons is on a run. Out of the Coach Vollmer timeout, here's Labette County down 3. Shelby in the corner, pressured hard by Ray. Ball reversal. A new set play is in. Caton O'Brien, the ball handler. Top of the key, well beyond. Dump down, Ridley with good position. She's blocked by Hinman. That's a nice play. Rebound, Scheibe. She'll slow it down.
Yes, that was just still the right idea, though, by the Lady Grizzlies, as Ridley was wide open. Just Hinman was able to get the block.
3:45 now. Scheibe still with it. She's double teamed now. Tries to find somebody, gets it to Patel. Closed out on quickly by Caton O'Brien, harassing her. Off the Hinman screen. Pass fake, Scheibe, right wing, puts it on the deck, spinning, backing down. Jones gets by her and lays it in. Or no, that's Landry. As the ref stops the game to make sure Landry's okay, and she says, I'm fine, nods her head firmly yes, and remains in the game. So now Labette's down 5 with the ball, 3:26.
As the Lady Grizzlies need to respond desperately here.
Caton gets to the rim, shoots, scores, plus the foul! I was waiting on the official ruling, but that is a huge play by Special K.
As that's exactly what they needed and a great response.
That's huge. As those O'Brien girls remain cool as a cucumber. I'm telling you, I mean, they're ball players now.
Yeah, you can just tell they're locked in.
Yeah. She makes the free throw. 45-43 Parsons. A three-pointer is in and out and back in. As Sayla Ray just hoisted that from the corner. Nearly hit the speaker in the ceiling. Here's Ridley back to Shelby for the straightaway answer. Off the mark, and it's going to go out of bounds. Ridley tried to save it. What an effort. Gets back in the game immediately.
Good effort by Ridley. Thankfully, she's okay.
Lady Vikes back up 5. Sayla Ray has had answers as well. They inbound it to Anaya Hinman. She's been put in a bottle, but the Vikes still in position to win. And she's harassed. It's stolen, and that's going to be a travel on Ridley. I do not like, I mean, that probably was a travel, but it just hurts when it feels like you're punished for making a fantastic play.
Yeah, and Ridley just sat kind of down on herself there. And I get it when the player rolls or something like that, but that was just an instance where I could have seen that going either way.
Patel lost it off her knee, and it rolls in the hands of Sydney Scheibe. The Lady Vikes are being harassed by this Labette County defense. Scheibe in another double. Bounce past Patel, and a technical, or no. Did he call timeout? That ref looked angry. He looked angry.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked real angry.
He was very aggressive.
it was. So, sorry, Coach Scheibe. A timeout is awarded to Parsons. And it's a full. We'll keep it here and thank Labette Health for making tonight's thriller possible. Invite you to stay tuned for our Bowen Pharmacy post-game show. A few other sponsors include
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Personwall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Day & Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
After that 21-point third quarter, Labette County just has 4 fourth-quarter points, and that's the quarter that matters. That is the quarter that matters. The good news, you're still in position to have a chance to win. You're down 5, playing defense, 2.5 minutes left in the bonus, as is Parsons. What a ball game it has been.
As these Lady Grizzlies, they've played phenomenal on the ball defense. They just need to continue to do that and play clean, good basketball here.
They'll throw it in, go right at Hinman, and she's fouled. And they'll shoot 2.
That'll be 3 or 4 on Ridley now. Yep, that'll be her 4th.
Her first free throw's good. This will take the lead to 7 if she hits it. Right now it's at 6, 2:27. She makes it. Labette needed to stop there.
Yeah, they did. That was big.
Here comes Jones trying to answer. Reverses it to O'Brien. Long dump down. Ridley, a better pass this time. Oh, almost got the and one. Grimaces a little bit as she knew an and one was just inches away. So she will settle for 2 free throws.
As that'll now be 3 personal fouls on Sydney Scheibe.
Ridley makes the first. Scoring without the clock running. That's a positive thing for Labette County. A big one here for Ridley. Her second is off the mark. Wilson fighting as she kind of lost it, but Landry picks it up, misses a layup, rebound Hinman. What a play by Labette to at least have another chance, but a missed opportunity underneath. Landry playing good defense here on Patterson. Patterson gets by her all the way to the rim. Ray will launch it and miss it. Hinman, put back, good. She's coming alive at the wrong time if you're a Grizzly fan. She's putting this game away. An 8-point Parsons lead. Caton skips it to Jones, puts it on the floor, gets to the rim, and she's fouled. 2 free throws for Nevaeh Jones coming up. Nevaeh's first free throw is good. Nevaeh has 8 points on the night. Allie Martin checks in for Ridley Lynn Cherney. Substitutions have been a little bit more hard to come by from Coach Vollmer in this fourth quarter. Second free throw from Nevaeh is good. Addison Rexwinkle gets Nevaeh. So Labette down by 6 with 1:40 remaining. And on defense, they're going to have to get a turnover. They'll throw it into Scheibe. It'll be 1-1 if Labette fouls. Landry gambling. Scheibe spinning. It's poked away, and it goes out of bounds. Good hands, though, from behind by Caton O'Brien.
Yeah, as it definitely could have easily broken open there for the Lady Vikes. As you're right, Labette County needs to get a defensive stop here, as they cannot let Parsons score anymore.
Patterson tries to get it in, gets it to Scheibe, puts it on the floor, shoots, and a charge is called. Allie Martin stepped in and took it. Labette County needed something, and they got it.
Yeah, and that'll also be 4 on Scheibe, so her and Hinman both have 4 fouls, so that's going to be interesting here down the stretch.
If it goes into overtime, I'd say that would really come into play. We'll see what Labette County can force. Here's O'Brien, nearly travels, working, gives it to Wilson, beyond the 3-point line. Picks up her dribble, in prison, and it's thrown away, and then a jump ball is called, Parsons ball. Darn it. That was a big possession right there.
Yeah, they definitely were going to need to have something happen there before you get under the 1 minute.
Landry checks out. Thrown into Scheibe. She'll dribble up the floor across half court. O'Brien swiping. Patterson, minute 05. Labette down 6. Patterson with it. She'll drive. She'll have it poked away, and she's fouled right underneath the rim.
As that'll be Shelby's 4th personal foul, and Labette County's 9th team foul, as Patterson's going to shoot 2.
Patterson looking for her first point of the game and hits it. Landry checks in for Allie Martin. Allie, man, credit her. She gave us another chance here late, took that charge, giving us back the ball. Patterson misses the second. Rebound, Shelby Wilson. Labette's down 7 with 57 seconds left. Here's O'Brien. She would have had an uncontested 3. Coach Vollmer signals timeout. She wants to talk it over. Things are looking gloom for Labette. This fourth quarter has been all Lady Vikes and a lot of free throws from both teams in it. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Welcome back to Parsons High School. The Jack Leak with Isabel Redford, Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream. Isabel, you don't score here, it's over. You score, you have a chance. How do you get it in the hoop?
Yeah, I definitely think Coach Vollmer's going to look for a 3 or easy bucket underneath or try to take it at him. But yeah.
Landry will inbound. She'll get it right back, and she's fouled. No shot. Scheibe says that's 5, I'm out.
Yep, and there it is.
Which She certainly played really well for Parsons, made her free throws, didn't hit a three-pointer, but did a lot offensively in terms of breaking that Grizzly press. She will sit with 5. Couple subs for Labette. Landry shooting 2. On the floor is Martin, Rexwinkle, Landry O'Brien at the line, Caton O'Brien behind her, as well as Jones. Landry's first is good. 53-47, Parsons on top, 52 seconds left in the game. Landry at the line, takes one dribble, misses it short, rebound Allie Martin with good position, put it on the floor, finds Landry, underneath, ball's on the deck. It's picked up by Caton, a little jump shot is no good, and it's tipped out by Hinman. It stays with Labette.
As that's a huge saving grace there for Labette County as they'll get another look at the basket. But still, good effort by all these ladies, just getting on the floor, trying to save this possession for all they can.
Allie Martin's made 2 huge plays. Landry's open, but Caton didn't see her. It's picked up. Ridley, layup good. Labette County within 4. 40 seconds. Patel is fouled immediately, and it'll be 2 shots for Ashka Patel.
Which is smart. You don't want to have any more time come off the clock. That'll only be the second foul on Nevaeh Jones, so who you want to have fouled.
2 big free throws here for Patel, who's 0 for 1 from the stripe tonight. Her first is good. Parsons has shot free throws so well this second half.
They have.
4 for 4 in the third quarter. I'm sorry, I'm not too sure what happened here. I don't know what just happened. It's Labette County ball. Patel didn't get a second free throw. Caton for 3, good! Caton for 3, good! Caton for 3, good! It's a 2-point game, 30 seconds left. Coach Vollmer calls a timeout. Smiles are exchanged. I do not know what happened on this free throw.
I don't either. The Coach Scheibe was talking to his girls in a huddle that they were off the blocks, and it was just the Lady Grizzlies.
Oh, that's a tech.
Yeah, and so when they broke that, they ran back to the blocks.
Or a violation,
yeah.
I should say. You can't.
It wasn't really a tech, but
yeah.
And so the ref immediately said, "You're not shooting the second shot, Grizzly ball." And then they were upset, which gave the Lady Grizzlies an opportunity because they weren't ready on defense, and it just laid that perfectly for Caton O'Brien to shoot a beautiful 3-point shot that brought the house down here.
54-42. Parsons on top, and they'll inbound under Labette County's basket here to our left. They'll be working left to right, Labette the other way. Isabel, after a sequence like that where the ref immediately let Labette County inbound it, he didn't really take time to explain. There was no stoppage of play. After the lane violation was called, play was underway. Caton dribble, puts up a 3, and you felt good about it going in just because of how the sequence was going.
Yeah.
So Parsons can run the baseline. Patterson the inbounder. Surveys. It's tipped out by Jones. It'll stay with Parsons. The Labette County's trap and pressure D has been really good tonight, so you might like our chances a little bit here in the full court, as they will get it into Patel, who's fouled, as O'Brien might have had a steal, as Vollmer looks at Caton and smiles, as Patel didn't see O'Brien, but Jones fouled before anything could take place.
Yeah, and then that's just hard in that situation because you are looking, to get yourself back in the possession of the ball. But yeah, Caton was so close to getting a steal on that backside.
So 2 free throws for Patel. That's the third on Nevaeh. Patel's first is good.
As now it looks like Ridley and Shelby will check back in for Addison and Allie. So all 5 starters on the floor to finish out this game.
Second for Patel. It's a big one, and it is perfect. Labette down 4, 25 seconds. Caton O'Brien will drive, and that oh my goodness, that's a travel. Ouch. Multiple Grizzlies check in. Timeout Parsons, it's a full. We'll be back in 60 on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Parsons throws a long ball, and it's caught by Hinman, and a layup is converted. Labette's down 6 with the ball, 12 seconds. Landry for 3, off the mark, but it looked good. Rebound Patterson, and that'll do it. But my goodness, Labette County, you fought so hard. And I'm liking where we're at. A healthy Landry. This was a tough atmosphere to come in and hang, and not only did they hang, they came back. You're only down a bucket at half, but you're up 6 at the end of the third.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those situations where it's tough because, you know, these girls have played so hard throughout this entire game, but it's been fun to watch. And, yeah, I mean, this team's just going to keep finding their groove now that they do have everyone back, everyone's healthy. You know, we're getting late in the season, so it's just continuing to work and continuing to figure out who you are as a team. So you definitely can't be upset with this one tonight.
As I can circle what ended the game with my pencil, Anaya Hinman had 12 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
that's ball
huge.
game right there.
They had done so good at containing her all night, and then, yeah, that's what did it right there.
Patterson makes them both. Labette's down 8 with 7 seconds to go. We'll see if Landry can get something to fall. She has been hungry all night. She'll give it to Ridley. Turnaround jumper is missed. Buzzer sounds, and Labette County will fall 60-52 here in Parsons. And a Parsons assistant coach slams the ball on the ground, and it soars high in the air. You don't see that a lot, but hey, that is a good win for the Lady Vikes. As they fought hard, they were down by 6 in the third quarter. 60-52 is your final score. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Lady Grizzly basketball. Or pardon me, let's see what they put on the clock first. As, man, that hurts.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough one to lose. And Bulmer came up to her girls while they were cheering, while the Lady Vikes were cheering at half court, and she just said, you know, remember this and don't let this get in your head. Because you played hard tonight.
They put 15 minutes on, and they're running it quick. We'll go ahead and just keep it here for the Bowen Pharmacy post-game show, and I'll try to do some mental math. Labette County fell 60-52. That third quarter, Labette County won it 21-14. And then in that fourth quarter, Isabel Parsons took over, and Anaya Hinman.
Yeah, she definitely was kind of that push there at the end. The Lady Grizzlies had done such a good job at containing her all game long, not letting her get a bunch of looks. She didn't have hardly any points up to that point. And it was just one of those things where they just kind of let it slip a little bit, and that's kind of where it broke open for Parsons, and she just was kind of able to have her way. And she's a fantastic ball player and did so well, but that was just kind of the falling point there for Labette County.
As at least I have on my sheet, Parsons outscored Labette County 28-13 in the fourth quarter, as that's a lot of points in one quarter. For Labette County, Caton O'Brien had 15, Shelby Wilson had 10, Landry O'Brien had 6 but played amazing. Ridley Lynn Cherney, Allie Martin was huge. She just had 3 points, but she was huge. Ridley Lynn Cherney had 6, Audrey Dewey had 1, and Nevaeh Jones had 9. And for Parsons, Sydney Scheibe had 15, Patterson had 4, Patel had 14, Hinman had 12 in the fourth quarter, had 18 on the game, Sailor Ray had 8, Mitchell had 2. And yeah, that fourth quarter was huge. That was your shortened Bowen Pharmacy postgame show as they put 15 minutes on and let it run. That hasn't been the case at a lot of venues, but it was tonight. Thanks for tuning in for that broadcast of Lady Grizzly basketball. But don't go anywhere. Here in 30 seconds, we'll have that Tank Connection pregame show of Grizzly basketball. Here from Parsons High School Gymnasium, Jack Leake with Isabel Redford, Lucas Hayward on the KLKC Sports YouTube live stream as the first matchup, the second, reigns true, Labette County versus Parsons. Hopefully Labette County can get the split in tonight's doubleheader. As if you're just tuning in for the boys broadcast, Lady Grizzlies fell to the Lady Vikes 60-52, but we'll transition our attention here in the Tank Connection pregame show of the boys contest to that game. Labette County comes into the contest at 8-6 on the season, 5-1 in the SEK, or pardon me, 5-2 in the SEK. Parsons 7-8 on the year, 4-3 inside the conference. As Isabel, you know, Parsons just one game back in the SEK standings, but I have a feeling that's not always the main focus when Labette County plays Altamont. It's Labette County and Altamont. You just want to beat them regardless.
Yeah, I don't think standings too much take into effect when it comes to these types of games, because you just, it's been one of those long-time rivalries, and you don't really care about anything else really going on in the league as far as, you want to beat the other team that you go in to get every single year.
As we transition our attention to Labette County's last game at Independence, they fell 35-40 to the Bulldogs, who picked up just their second SEK win on the season, but Labette County was without Joe Page due to sickness. Without Joe to lose 35-40 to a good team. Hudson had 11. Trey Vincent, who's been spectacular, had 13, and Labette had a chance to win it in that fourth quarter and just couldn't quite close it out. Talk, Isabel, a little bit about what went right and what went wrong for Labette County in that game on Friday against Indy.
Yeah, one thing for sure is they definitely, I felt like they played well. It hurt not to have Joe. It hurt not to have everybody at 100%. So it's just one of those things where, I liked how they played in despite of having adversity. Do I think they could have won that game? Yeah, I do. I think they definitely just kind of let it slip there at the end. And so that's something I'd like to see is them finish and finish strong. They played hard, though. I think they did everything that coach could have asked of them, and it's just one of those things where they just need to continue to just get better. And tonight they have Joe. Tonight they've got everybody, and so I'm excited to see how Coach Argerbright has coached these guys in practice since that game. It's not easy to come off of a loss like that, especially when you're at Indy. But I think it's one of those things that they're going to be better because of it. And tonight we're just going to, see that proven more and more to us.
As we'll go ahead and transition into the player highlight portion of our Tank Connection pregame show of Grizzly basketball. As a player I want to highlight is Trey Vincent, as we're about 9 minutes until tip. Trey Vincent in the last 3 games, he's not known to be a scorer. That is how we not labeled him, but that's how we talked about him on the broadcast. He's a facilitator, lockdown defender. He'll move it, shoot a layup every once in a while. Last 3 games, he's scored 13, 11, and 11, and it doesn't feel like he ever misses a free throw. Trey Vincent has been awesome, and of course his defense is one of those intangibles that you can't take away from him on any night, no matter how cold the scoring may be. That last game against Parsons on December 16th, Labette County won by 18, 66-48. It was a party there in Altamont. Hudson had 17, Xavier had 14, and Trey had 11 in that game, ironically enough. So, Isabel, talk about Trey Vincent, and if you recall any moments that you remember from that game back on December 16th.
Yeah, it was he's just grown so much. Even I think from that December 16th game, I think we saw a little bit, and we were like, this guy's got some potential. We kind of got a glimpse of what he could do. And we've just seen him just grow more and more into it. Just such a great basketball player since then. I think that's one of the funnest things to watch in high school basketball is just the development of these guys. I mean, there is so much change that happens from, when they spend their first few minutes on the floor with varsity to when they're seniors. And so I think it's so cool to just watch how Trey's just really developed into that leader, into that facilitator, that role of just being that guy that, it's like, hey, I'm going to, pass the ball around. I'm going to facilitate when I need be. But I've learned how to score, and I'm going to go score when my team needs me, when I need to make those kind of transitions and different things. So I'm excited to watch him as always, and it's been fun to watch him grow this season.
You're listening to the Tank Connection pregame show of Grizzly basketball. 7:05 till tip. It'll be another good one, we anticipate. 30-second break. We'll come back with some talk upon the SEK standings. County Grizzly basketball, where we'll talk some SEK standings here on the boys' side of things. As they were shaken up a little bit on Friday, Labette County fell at Indy. That was big. They fall to second place, 5-2 in the conference. Pittsburgh remains true in first place. They are 6-1 in the SEK. They won at Coffeyville by 18, 60-42 on Friday night. Tonight they are home against Independence. Telling you, that could be sneaky. In third place is Chanute at 4-2. They are at Fort Scott tonight. They won at Iola 50-38 on Friday. In fourth place are these very Parsons Vikings at 4-3 in the SEK. They lost at Fort Scott 50-63 on Friday. We have a three-way tie for fifth place inside the SEK on the boys' side. Coffeyville, Fort Scott, and Independence are all at 2 and 5. Coffeyville lost to Columbus last night 28-47. That Coffeyville squad is veteran, deep, and tough. I'm telling you, those Titans are pretty good. Fort Scott is home against Chanute tonight. They beat Parsons 63-50 on Friday, as I mentioned, and Independence is at Pitt, and they beat Labette County 40-35 on Friday. As I'm just kind of skimming through this due to some time restraints, as Isabel, like we did in that first matchup, we will go ahead and just transition right into tonight's opponent preview of these Vikings, who, as you will touch on the details, a completely different team, not in terms of roster, but in terms of just play style and identity, as it was a month and a half ago when we played them last. Talk to us about the Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings have definitely, grown a lot since the last time we saw them back on December 16th. And they are currently sitting 7-8 on the season, 4-3 in the SEK. Their last game against Frontenac, they came back from a 7-point deficit. That was something I read in the Parsons Sun that was pretty big, of just coming back to, and they ended up winning that game 79-68. So that was just a very impressive just testament to how these guys, it doesn't matter how far you have them down. They continue to fight and battle the whole way through. And so you really just have to play a strong game the entire way in order to put these guys away. They've won 6 of their last 8 games, and one of the things is they feel a lot like LCHS's squad last year. And in terms of the recent uptake, they've gotten a lot better. They're just improving all the way through, just as far as fundamentals, taking good shot selections, those different things. All the things that we kind of saw our boys team do last year, as they kind of had a slow start, had that uptick in late January, early February, and so it's just kind of a team to watch because they're getting hot at the right time. Last time these boys played each other, looks like LCHS beat Parsons 66-48. Jesse Jones scored 25 points. Dante Sawyer scored 11. And the other interesting fact about this was Landon Wheat just had 2 points. And normally he's much higher scorer, as he usually has a lot more ball movement facilitating on the field. So Labette County did a great job of clamping him down last game. But yeah, Jones and Sawyer made up 36 of the 48 points of the team, so they were huge 2 contributors. Now Sawyer will not be playing tonight, so it'll just be Jones out of that combo that will be playing. So it'll be interesting to see how Labette County responds to them to that performance. Now, keys to the game of how Labette County is going to be able to take away this game, they're playing on the road. They're in Parsons. It's a rivalry game. They have to be able to handle the crowd. Energy, there's been several games I can recall where they've made the first punch, the first, kind of stab at scoring or making a good defensive stop if they didn't win the tip, and it's been so good for them mentally, and so they just need to start off with that energy and move fast. Win the first quarter and then just take it each quarter at a time, because like I said, they could be up however many and Parsons could still come back, so you can't count these guys out. Second thing is using Hudson to move the defense. One of those things is they like to guard Hudson, and Hudson can pull a lot of defenders off other guys. And one of the things I'd like to see is, yes, Hudson needs to score a lot, and I'd like him to, put up what he did last time, if not more. But I think another thing is if he is getting double teamed or pulling defenders away, have those other guys kind of pull out from the paint a little bit, widen the floor, have Hudson kick it out to, an open man or something. And hopefully, that'll land the easier buckets. It'll give the guys an opportunity to score more from the outside. So it'll just be interesting to see how they utilize him, because I know Coach Argerbright has definitely prepped for this game and is ready to go.
Thanks, Isabel, for providing tonight's opponent preview here on our Tank Connection pregame show. Minute 40 until tip. Starters taking their shooting shirts off for both squads. We'll get those circled up and have those the scene setter and tip-off after this 1-minute break on KLKC Parsons. Indeed it is, Amanda. Indeed it is. As it is always, always exciting to come into Parsons, get a crack at those Vikings. As the girls' game was a thriller, we anticipate this one to be a thriller, if not close. I mean, as I think, are they going to do the anthem one more time?
Yes, it looks like it.
As we'll go ahead and let you listen in one more time to the Parsons Band play tonight's national anthem. Or no, I'm sorry. And sang beautifully just then. Not sure how well you could hear it, but didn't want to take such quick back-to-back breaks. But anyways, starters for both teams are in. We will start with your Labette County Grizzlies. Number 3, a 6'4" junior forward, Xavier Phillips. Number 4, 5'11" senior guard. He's been red hot, Trey Vinson. Number 11, a 5'8" senior guard, Griffin Eaton. Number 15, a 6'7" junior forward, Hudson Baker. And number 23, a 6'3" blossoming senior who's been awesome, a forward, Matthew Boyle. Starting for the home team, number 3, Jesse Jones was fabulous on December 16th against your Labette County Grizzlies. He's a 5'9" senior guard. Number 1, a 6'1" junior guard, J.J. Kendrick. Number 2, a 5'10" junior guard, and the quarterback of the football team, Trey Mack. Number 5, a guard/forward, a 6'4" junior with a nice build, and he was not healthy, as Isabel talked about in that last game, just scored 2 points. We expect a different Landon Wheat tonight. Coming up the rear, the 5-man for the Vikings, number 0, the running back of the football team, a 6'1" junior forward, Jamarion Washington. 10 talented young men are about to take the hardwood here in Parsons High School. Both student sections have emptied from their bleachers and giving their starting fives, their classmates, high fives, running along the baseline on the far side. 8 minutes is put on the scoreboard on both ends. Isabel, what are you feeling right now?
I'm definitely excited. Everybody's, both student sections are down on the floor giving their teammates high fives, cheering them on. And it's definitely one of those nights that's going to be a fun, action-packed game.
All fives, or there's one starter left to be named off for Parsons, and then the students will go back, and man, this place will look full. Head coach for the Parsons Vikings, Anthony Hauk. Assistants, Wes Kroll, Christy Snyder, we know her well and love her, and Greg Lampkins. Head coach for your Labette County Grizzlies, Bradley Argabright. Assistants, Brian Tucker and Davey Brown. Each team in one final huddle. Tip-off coming up after tonight's scene setter of Labette County Grizzly basketball. Broadcasting live. Meister for 3 in the lead! Yes! From the studio of KLKC Parsons, Wilson launches another 3, and it's pure for Shelby Wilson! This is Grizzly Basketball on 106.7 FM KLKC Parsons. Unbelievable win! I cannot believe it! All 10 players walking towards their positions. Labette County in the Road Reds. White trim and white numbers. Parsons home whites. A little bit of blue and gold splashed throughout. Ball's tossed in the air. Hudson wins it easily. Here we go. Griffin Eaton walking towards the direction of his teammates on the right hand of the floor. Here's Griffin Eaton getting his second touch of the game. Xavier Phillips now. Trey Vincent right wing looking for Boyle on the block. He'll pick and roll with Baker. Putting it on the floor. Fader is no good. Rebound Washington.
That was a good drive there by Vincent, just a little short there as the block.
Little pull up from Mack, too short. Or Kendrick, pardon me. Rebound Boyle. Here's Vincent. No one's there. Layup good.
And that was a perfect layup there by Vincent as he just took advantage of that open lane right down the center of the floor.
Jesse Jones, oh my goodness, a deep 3. Wow. Is airballed in the hands of Xavier. He didn't feel Kendrick behind him, but he was warned by his bench. Here's Boyle. Eaton, left wing 3. You bet! Timeout, Coach Hauk. He's upset. 30 seconds. Labette's up 5-0 in a matter of 63 ticks. We'll be back in 30 on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
Mack off the bounce, the carom, the finish from Trey Mack right out of the break. As we came out of that timeout right when the play started, we didn't miss anything. He just scored that fast.
As Coach Hauk was definitely firing his guys up down there of like, we can't have this happen. His ball's tipped out of bounds by Kendrick, so Labette County will inbound again.
Phillips will inbound. Right in front of the Parsons bench. Coach Hauk likes to sit at the end of the bench as Coach Anthony Hauk's on the far end of the bench down in front of the water jugs where they usually are. Interesting. Here's Baker, free throw line, bounce pass Boyle. That's pretty, and he'll finish plus the foul. That's a pretty high-low from Hudson Baker to Matthew Boyle.
And that was such smart court awareness because Hudson could have easily taken it himself and tried to go for the basket, but saw Boyle wide open to give him the high-low. And Boyle made him pay.
I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah.
If Boyle, who makes the free throw, Matthew has been the most improved player since that Burlington tournament.
Yes, I agree.
He's been huge. Here's Wheat spinning, shooting, missing. Gosh, I thought he was going to hammer that as he got, 40 inches off the ground. Here's a dump to Baker, short corner on Washington, power step, forced to kick Xavier. He'll let it rip and let it hit. Xavier Phillips forces his coach to clench his left fist in celebratory fashion. 11-2 Labette. Jones can't answer. Rebound Boyle.
As that has just been impressive on all fronts right now as the Parsons Vikings are just stunned.
Vincent left wing, it's a lob! Phillips, he'll score! It was a lob from deep left wing to the low right block. What a play for Labette County. Three-pointer Jones, no good. Rebound Phillips. Will they force another timeout? 13-2 Labette. Lead and the ball, oh no, a turnover. Here comes Kendrick. Up ahead, he'll shoot and score. Parsons needed that badly.
Yeah, Labette County was just continuing to break it open. So they just need to slow down here.
As they didn't.
Yeah.
I was literally going to say the exact same thing as they throw it away. Just a little bit too juiced. You have to know when it's time to say, all right, let's settle. And after Parsons responded with the turnover and score, that was the best time to just say, okay, let's push it. And if it's not there, let's settle.
Yeah, Coach Argerbright was looking at his guys just going, slow down, making the hand motions.
Yep.
It's all right, buckle in.
J.J. Kendrick deepens it to the corner. Mack, Wheat underneath. Man, he's got a good build. 6'4" and all about it. They'll try to look to Washington underneath. That's a power move, and he'll score. That's a nice play by Washington.
Guys, Labette County did about all they could do except for fouling defensively, so good effort there by Washington.
This team without Dante Sawyer. Baker will drive, jump, stop, and kick. Boyle, corner, now right wing, Eaton, they rotate it. Far wing, Vincent gets his man beat baseline. What a pass with the right hand. Boyle for three in the corner. Short, Boyle is, darn it.
Yep.
That's over the back. Darn it. As when he left his feet, I knew a whistle was coming.
Yeah, I did too, as they were pretty quick to call that in the girls' game as well, so I knew Hudson tried to gamble, and they just called him for over the back.
4:15 first quarter, and man, it feels like it's 4:14 fourth quarter.
Yeah, the way the intensity is. I mean, you expected that, but we have seen it played out beautifully here.
Here's Kendrick to the cup, blocked by Boyle at the top, pinned against the window. Eaton will drive, lose it, find Phillips, gives a head fake, not there on the second effort. He'll pitch it, Baker underneath, he's quadruple teamed, and
it's going to be an offensive foul.
Wait, what?
But I don't agree with that.
Baker can't believe it.
Yeah, I can't either. As he got quadruple teamed, as you said, by
Coach Argerbright is confused beyond mention.
I'm confused.
I mean, I was worried as we were watching the replay here. It's not the best angle here on our live stream. Oh my goodness. I don't see how that's a foul, ladies and gentlemen of Grizzly Nation. I do not see how that's a foul. He pivoted and spun into the chest of a collapsing Parsons defender. I don't get it. On to the next. 13-6. Parsons on top with the ball. Argerbright having a full conference call in this official's ear. It's a steal. Phillips up ahead leans. Oh my goodness. He almost had a circus and one, but he'll shoot two.
Still good. Just driving into the basket. They're not afraid of contact, and I liked that. Some people might have said, oh, that's a wild shot, but at least Phillips tried to finish the shot there. I mean, that would have been a massive and one.
Oh, yeah, to respond after that call. Man, Baker was smoked on his left shoulder as Trey Mack just, ran right into Hudson's shoulder as he pivoted. Xavier misses the first free throw. One more for Zay, 13-6 Labette. 3:25 first quarter. Second's good. (14-6) lead back to 8 for Labette County. In the game for Parsons is Travion Tullis. He'll get underneath. He has it. In traffic, it's stripped. Joe Page in the game and a travel on Xavier Phillips. In transition is called.
And that's just unfortunate. I think he kind of just got nervous because, Parsons' defense was collapsing. He was in the center of the court. So just unfortunate there, but good stop by Labette County. They just need to do it again.
Parsons with another attempt. 3:07 first quarter, clock running with Jones cradling. He'll spin. Nonchalant bounce pass. Kendrick triple team. He'll reverse it. Tullis penetrates deeply. Blocked by Boyle, his second of the game. Forcing Tullis to kick it. A near travel. No, a steal. Phillips bounce pass Eaton. He's lightning quick, and he'll make him pay. Griffin Eaton, you are a blur.
Yeah, as he does that so well, as he just has that chaotic energy that's so well controlled. And you saw it right there.
Jones, tough fader from 14. That's a gorgeous shot, young man. That's pretty.
And he had been quiet up to this point, so you expect to hear from him at some point, and there it is.
He's just so pure, 100% basketball player. 16-8, 2:20 first quarter. Eaton facilitating left wing. He'll come to the top, settle, left wing, Phillips. Pass faking. Vinson now. Set play is in. Jones harassing Trey. Boyle will set a ball screen. Vinson will get downhill, forced to kick it. Page in his old gym. Misses. Perhaps wasn't set the best. He had to catch it low. Long pass. Washington layup is good. Parsons responding with some transition O of their own.
Yeah, and Labette County just didn't get back in time for that. As they're going to have to continue to respond because Parsons knows how to battle.
Eaton finds Phillips for three, off to the right. Rebound Parsons, and a foul on Boyle going the other way. As when you're taller than the other team, it can be tempting to swipe.
Yep.
But these refs are saying swiper, no swiping. That's a foul every time. First on Boyle, though. Third on Labette as a team. Parsons playing with 2 team fouls. Minute 37, first quarter.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate there, as we saw Hudson gamble earlier. So the Grizzlies are just going to have to be smart with when they want to gamble.
Ball goes to the corner. Trey Max spinning on Griff Eaton. That's a good matchup. Gets to the cup. Misses. Pinball. He gets his own miss somehow, and he'll settle down. In the game for Parsons. Jagger Queeran had good minutes in Altamont. Here's Kendrick. Up, under, and in for Kendrick.
As Parsons just finding their groove now, looking good. Labette County is going to have to respond. They cannot keep going on possessions without scoring.
52 seconds, first quarter. Griff Eaton pivoting, finds Page on a back door, and he's fouled and will shoot 2. That's one of the best backdoor passes I've seen all season long.
Yeah, that was really smart by Joe Page, as he could tell that Phillips was in some trouble. And he just shook his man off him and went straight to the basket.
Page's first free throw is good, as it's got to be nice for Joe to see the ball go through the hoop on his first shot attempt. He shot a 3 earlier, but it's nice to get one to go down, as these environments are awful raw. Whenever this was where he went to school prior to transferring to Labette. He'll split the pair, 17-12 Labette. Parsons with it. Kendrick short corner cut off D. Xavier Phillips. He's been a monster on the defensive end just about all season. On the hardwood, Mack pounding it, kicking it. Tullis, left-hander 3 is no good. Rim wasn't kind to him. Rebound Xavier. He'll push. He's lengthy. Bounce past Boyle. Poked out by Parsons. No. Saved by Parsons. Here's Kendrick. 1-on-2. He'll score with 15 seconds to go. Long pass up ahead. Boyle. He doesn't have much time to settle down. Eaton straightaway 3 off the mark. Now Parsons has 5 seconds. Jones, oh no, 3 seconds. He'll drive, get to the rim. That's too easy, and it's a 1-point game at the end of 1. That's about as easy as it gets for Jesse Jones. 17 Labette County, 16 Parsons. That's the end of the first from a high-intensity atmosphere in Viking territory. We'll be back in 60 seconds with second quarter action.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Parsons will maintain possession to start the second quarter, and a quick whistle's called on freshman Kagan Bates. In the game, on the floor for Labette wearing red, Trey Vinson, Kagan Bates, Joe Page at the 5, Matthew Boyle, and Xavier Phillips. They'll throw it right into Washington, who will score as Kagan Bates was on Jamari.
The biggest mismatch we have on the floor, so I'm not sure that was planned.
I mean, Kagan is a fantastic athlete, but that's like me trying to take the ACT. I mean, that assignment's not happening. Here's Parsons all the way up ahead. Bates trying to draw a charge, and a block is called. I'm not saying I completely disagree, but the effort 100% there, young man, as he is hard-nosed and as tough as it gets. That's too quick on Kagan Bates. First is no good for the free throw shooter, Kendrick. Second is 19-17, Parsons. 7:20, second quarter. Live from Parsons. Vincent, left wing, looking for space, not there. Tullis, good defense. Page is going to come help him, set a screen. He won't use it, beat him baseline. It's blocked at the top. Page is going to hang around and not quite collect. It's off of Parsons. It stays with Labette.
As that was just a great cleanup effort there by Page, as he didn't give up on the play there, and that resulted in Labette County keeping the ball.
Phillips slaps the rock, looks to inbound, finds Bates. He's got 2 fouls, picked him up quickly. 1 minute into the second quarter. Here's Boyle. Further rotates it around the horn. Phillips with the carom. He'll go up, under, collect, and miss. I don't know how that didn't fall.
As that was just such a well-run offense.
Jones with a swerving shot to the hoop. It's a miss. Kick out 3, Mack. Short. Roof would have become disintegrated if he hit it. Here's Vincent. Up, under, blocked again. Rebound Phillips. What an effort by Xavier, and it's off his foot. It'll be Parsons' ball.
As that's just unfortunate there, as Xavier was almost pushed out of bounds. As they're just battling in there right now.
Hudson Baker comes back in, playing with 2. Griff Eaton comes back in. They get Vincent and Boyle. Here's Parsons in a half-court set. Eaton hedges the screen. Corner. Jones riding the hip of Bates. Nice dump down Washington. He'll score. That's good offense. And when Parsons plays through a big of their own, that's where I think they'll find success.
Yeah, that was definitely just, kind of just waiting, cutting, screening. And they just had the perfect pass at the right time there. So great offense execution.
Eaton gets to the rim, misses the bunny, just didn't get the roll. Here comes Jesse Jones the other way. Eyes darting across the hardwood. No one stops him. Misses a floater. Rebound Hudson. He'll throw it away. What's the call? They're going to say Bates' foot was out of bounds, as Kagan Bates has gotten a couple just unfortunate things take place for him.
Yeah, as he's just playing as hard as he can right now, but just things are just not falling his way.
Landon Wheat back in for Jamarian Washington. So Parsons will maintain possession, high-scoring game. 21-17 Vikes. They go right at Baker, and Wheat scores.
As Baker did all he could there, as he was straight up. So just Wheat scoring over him there.
And they know that if he picks up a third, he'll be gone for the next 5.5 minutes, maybe more. Here's Bates giving a lot of room. They'll give it to Baker with the paint touch on Wheat. He might win this one, and I'll consider it a victory. He's fouled by Landon from behind, and Huddy will shoot 2 free throws. As I knew, and you could have kind of figured, Parsons did they did an awful good job of trying to scheme for Hudson a month and a half ago when we first played, as Hudson makes the first. So you knew after nearly a 2-month break, and the minds over there of Halkin, Snyder, and Lampkins, that they would have a good scheme for Hudson, and they're just saying, we're going to try to draw fouls on you, but man, that one foul was not a foul, as he misses the second. Here's a little floater missed by Mack. He'll kick it out. Kendrick off the bounce. Bates all over him. Corner. Mack drives up, under, miss. Rebound Baker. Labette with the chance. That Baker free throw was the first point of the quarter for Labette County. Phillips, awkward three. It is good. Oh, Xavier Phillips allowing Grizzly Nation to exhale. I'll go as far to say that young man is carrying this team on his back this game amidst the foul trouble and turnovers. Xavier Phillips has 9 Labette County points. Timeout, Coach Argerbright. They're battling, only down 2 with 4:46 to go in the second quarter. We'd like to thank Labette Health for making tonight's broadcast possible. Invite you to stay tuned for our Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Doctors Gilmore, Newland, and Ray halftime show. As we suspect that we will hear from Coach Vollmer, which how that game ended, I wouldn't blame her if she just wasn't in the mood to come up. As there wasn't a fight or anything, but I don't think she was pleased with how the Parsons bench handled the victory. Don't quote me on that, but that's my best guess. 4:45, clock running. Jones walks it up. Washington still on the bench. He's got 8 of the Parsons 23. Jones throws it short corner. Wheat. Good ball movement from the Vikes. Right wing, uncontested 3. Kendrick off the mark. Wheat tips it. Jones collects. Bates on him. He'll get by. Wheat, corner 3, square it up. It is no good. Rebound, Baker.
As that was just some good fortune for Labette County, as none of those shots fell, as they finally were able to get the ball back in their possession.
Kagan Bates defended by Jesse Jones. He'll bobble it. Little nervous the freshman might be. He'll throw it away. Up ahead, laying it in is J.J. Kendrick. He's got 9. And Trey Vinson's going to come get Kagan Bates at the score table at the next dead ball. Argerbright getting more furious. Eaton throws it away. Turnover, Labette. Vinson does get Bates. 3:49 on the clock. Labette down 4.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate turnover, as you don't want this Parsons lead to get any wider.
Skip pass to Jones. Wheat now. Nice find. Good ball movement from the Vikings. Flicking it around the perimeter, waiting to punch a hole. They do. Jones floater good.
And that'll be good every time, as Jones just had enough of an opening, as that's something he will not miss that close.
Pretty easy, to be honest with you. Not bad defense, but just the passing is so good it's hard to stay in front of constantly. Labette down 6 now, largest deficit of the game. Baker, ooh, he's flirting with the charge, and that's a travel though. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. Parsons isn't doing anything special. All they're doing is converting when they get a chance.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. They are just doing so well with that, as Coach Houck's going to call a timeout.
It's a full timeout, and I like it because Labette needed a timeout as well. We're returning 60 seconds. Labette in some trouble on the road here on KLKC Parsons.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
Labette County facing their largest deficit of the game and having to play defense. Isabel, walk me through how they can get a stop as they're in a 2-3 zone now.
Yeah, they definitely need to jam the lanes and not let Parsons get any easy looks here, as Parsons has had their way with that here in the second quarter.
Tullis gets Vincent the bite. Jones wide open 3 off the mark as Boyle smoked. No foul call, but it is out on Washington, who's back in the game. Boyle got decked.
Yeah, that was a pretty hard hit.
Yeah, he was off balance, so it didn't take much, but man, he got bumped. 2:44, second quarter, Labette down 27-21. Vincent has scored in double figures the last 3 games, as well as the last time we played Parsons, as here's a foul on Washington as he was arm barring Hudson's lower back. Each team with 5 team fouls, and the first on Jamari on Washington.
Now Eaton will inbound under the right block.
They were looking for Baker. He wasn't there. Phillips, deep 3. It is good! Trickles over the front of the rim. Xavier Phillips for 3. That is his 3rd of the ball game.
As that is definitely something Labette County has taken advantage of, and they need to continue to ride on the backs of Phillips.
He's locked in. Labette at the top of the 2-3 zone is Phillips and Eaton. Here's a pass, tipped, stolen by Trey, taken away by Trey. What a find, Baker, goodness gracious, what a pass. Here's Phillips, right hand layup's good. That's poetry in motion in the full court set by Labette County, only down a point.
Yeah, as they're finally getting their stride back again, figuring out how to have that chemistry and be patient finding the basketball.
That's gorgeous. Minute 40. As I told you, I was glad Coach Houck called that timeout.
Yeah, you said they needed one, and it has paid off for them anyways.
They go to Washington, 1 dribble, hook shot, in and out. What a putback by J.J. Kendrick.
That's a good follow there. You can't be upset with him for that.
Minute 20, Labette just needs to hang, be in a position. They put themselves in just that. Down 3 with the ball. Here's Phillips, set play, takes the dribble, he'll let it rip. It's off left side, Boyle will poke it out. Right idea by the head coach to give your hot hand another chance.
Yeah, as that ball looks good all the way until it hit off the back of the rim. And Boyle almost had the offensive board, just got a little bit too far out of his hands.
Trey Mack, right wing, finds his fellow point guard, J.J. Kendrick. Right back to him, they're just playing backyard catch. Now they skip it. Jones, short corner Washington, double team trap. He'll spin, he'll lose it. Vincent, back-to-back steals. 2-on-1, Phillips leans, Eaton, he's blocked, and it's out of bounds. I would have loved to have seen Xavier just keep going.
Yeah, that's one thing is these guys are so good at being selfless with the basketball, but sometimes it's like, no, just take it. You don't need that extra pass. But still, good effort.
Set play, Page for the lead 3. Well off the mark for Page.
As that's uncharacteristic of him.
Here's Jones, he's quick, he'll lean, shoot. Oh, he missed it, wow. Went in, out, and then back out. Or in, out, in, and then back out, there we go. Here's Boyle full court, loses it off of his knee, out of bounds. As it is just constant motion, as Argerbright says, slow down as he gestures towards the clock.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen them pull out and run a little bit of a set play or something there. I'm not sure why they were in such a hurry.
Sometimes energy can be an enemy.
Yeah.
As now Parsons is going to hold for one
shot.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
And potentially be up 5 or 6 at the break. So, man, that doesn't cost you the game by any means, but
definitely hurts.
Doesn't help. Here's Washington with 3 seconds. Eaton swiping. Yep, there you go. That's a foul. As that's not a bad play because it's only 16 fouls in the first on Page, so now Parsons only has 2.3 seconds to get a shot up.
Yeah, this is strategic here, though, because you don't want to catch anybody, popping out where you don't have a man on them.
Sometimes it can be easier to score with 2 seconds. Jones turns, fires, and misses. At the halftime break, it's Parsons 29, Labette County 26. If you're in your car, make sure you're seatbelted. And if you're just on your couch at home, I would advise you to do the same. It's going to be a good 2 quarters coming up. We'll be back in 3 minutes with the Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of Grizzly basketball on KLKC. It's a Parsons halftime show of Labette County Grizzly basketball. At the intermission, Labette County trails Parsons 29-26. Leading scorers for tonight's contest so far, Xavier Phillips with 14 leads all scorers. The next leading scorer for Labette has 5. That's Griffin Eaton. Matthew Boyle has 3. Trey Vincent has 2. Hudson Baker has 1. Joe Page has 1. For Parsons, leading the way, J.J. Kendrick has 11. Jesse Jones has 6. Jamarian Washington has 8. Trey Mack has 2, as well as Landon Wheat. At the end of the first quarter, it was Labette on top, 17-16. And in the second quarter, Parsons outscored the Grizzlies 13-9. As this game started 13-2, Labette County. As that's so early, that early leads are too deceiving, not even really worth paying attention to at this point. But Labette County did come out of the gates hot, but that was one of your keys to the game, Isabel. Can't get down too early, and you can't lose that first quarter, and they didn't. But Xavier Phillips has been fantastic.
Yeah, he's been amazing, and it's been fun to just kind of watch him just have that confidence of, he's not always on every night, but he's such a team player, and I love that about him, and I think that's the biggest area I've seen him grow this season is just being a leader. But tonight it was just cool to watch him, you make those first few shots, you make those key plays, and then it's like, oh, he's hot, let's get it to him, let's have him, keep going, and so I'm excited to see, where he continues to go and how he continues to perform tonight, because I have a feeling he's not going away anytime soon, which is great news for Grizzly fans. But yeah, it's just been awesome to be able to just kind of see him just have a great night. As he's one of your senior leaders, you always want those guys to do well, and he's definitely putting a show on for us tonight.
(29-26) is your halftime score. As Isabel fouls were also an issue for Labette County early. Hudson Baker picked up 2 quick. Kagan Bates came in and within probably 20 seconds of gameplay picked up 2. And Baker was on the bench for a lot of that end of the first quarter, a lot of the beginning of the second quarter. But Argerbright put him back in, and Hudson did a good job. Got a lot of boards, only scored 1 point off a free throw, but got a lot of boards, and it's just nice to have down there in the post, and did a good job playing with 2,000. Didn't pick up another, most importantly. So, Isabel, Xavier's the reason why this is just a 3-point game. How can we maybe get some of the monsters out of Joe Page's closet a little bit here in his old school's gym, and how can you get Baker loosened up a little bit, maybe run a set play out of the gate to give some confidence to him?
Yeah, it definitely would be. I mean, it's tough when you're a big guy having to play smart like that because, you want to be aggressive. You want to take the gambles. You want to go for all those fun shots. But I think for Baker, it's just the concept of, just telling him to, Coach Argerbright's just going to, he's a smart basketball player, and Coach Argerbright's going to encourage him just to continue to just keep, doing what he knows how to do and just be ready for it. You definitely notice when he's out of the game because the height evens off and even drops off a little bit, not in favor of Labette County, and so it's one of those things where you want him in the game, you want him to perform, and as far as Joe Page is concerned, he's just, it's always a little bit nerve-wracking. These guys put on a tough face, and, they always perform well and like to perform under pressure, and that's great, but there's always some underlying nerves as far as, you know, he's coming back to his old school, you're playing in the old gym, you're wearing a different jersey, people aren't cheering for you anymore. And so it's one of those things where he's just going to need to come out and get comfortable. We've seen just some uncharacteristic shots for him, stuff that you normally wouldn't see, misses that are uncharacteristic. Again, he's also coming off not playing last Friday against Independence as he was sick. So there may be some of that still hanging around. I mean, you can be kind of sluggish or not fully attentive or aware. It's just getting back into the rhythm of gameplay. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him heat up as he's kind of getting back into everything. You know, he's had the full week of practice. He's had the full, you know, kind of getting back into that kind of routine. But it's just one of those things of where you can't put too much pressure on him because you have other guys playing so well. And I think that's what you need to do is just say, hey, look, we got you. You do what you know how to do. We'll feed you. We'll get you the ball. Just be confident and comfortable and don't worry about performing for us in a sense of, you know, we're relying all on you. And I think that'll help just kind of loosen him up a bit as I'm watching him warm up here in front of us. And he's doing pretty well, seems pretty confident, so hopefully we'll see that translate whenever the clock's running here in the third quarter.
minute and a half until the beginning of the third quarter. Thanks for tuning in to tonight's Eye Care Associates of Parsons halftime show of Grizzly basketball. We will return in 60 seconds for the third quarter from Parsons here on KLKC. Clock winds down. Both teams make their way onto the floor, as we don't expect anything less from this third and fourth quarter, at least comparative to what we saw in that first half. Labette County will begin the third quarter with possession of the ball. Here's Xavier Phillips. He had 14 points for Labette County in the first half, and a turnover is the result of the first possession of the game.
As that's not the way you want to start the third quarter by any means, as you want to come out and make the first punch.
Here's Kendrick, the ball handler. Washington, he was big, had 4 2-point buckets, 8 points total in the first half. Here's a drive, and I think that's off his knee, actually. Nope, they didn't see it, and it'll stay with Parsons. They'll inbound under their own basket. Look for him to go to Landon Wheat underneath or Washington. They'll go to Washington, but it's a three, uncontested, and it's perfect.
As Labette County didn't think he was going to shoot that whatsoever, but in fact the play was designed for him, and he sinks it.
Eaton from 10, short corner, miss. Here comes Kendrick. Kendrick left wing, now Wheat straight away. He'll jump high in the air, come back down. And slowing things down is J.J. Kendrick. Argerbright egging on his defense to just keep talking. Washington might shoot it. Now he'll go to Wheat. Good hands Boyle, but in the hands of Kendrick. Kendrick will drive with the left hand. He'll pull it back. He'll slip a little bit, gain his feet and drive. Washington blocked. And here comes Labette County. Boyle losing control. And in the hands of Xavier Phillips. Flipped up ahead to Trey Vincent.
As that was a scary possession there, as they almost lost it and gave a free layup to Jones.
Vincent defended by Wheat. Wheat has a few inches on Vincent. Baker from the free throw line. The jumper's good for Hudson Baker. Not a shot you see a lot, but he canned it. Landon Wheat, uncontested drive is rejected. He was trying to cock back and hammer it, or go up and under maybe, but Baker and Boyle met him at Mount Everest.
As that was definitely a gamble there for Baker, but that was well worth it, as that shot was completely stuffed.
Washington gets by Baker, gets by a couple more and loses it out of his hands, hits the rim. Here comes Eaton, finds Phillips, he'll lean, give it to Baker, gets a man to bite and easily lays it in.
As Labette County has quickly put themselves back into this game, only down 2.
5:56 third quarter. Getting by Phillips is the ball handler, and it's blocked again by Baker as his underhand layup move did not prove to be costly on the towering Hudson Baker.
As Coach Argerbright signaling for his guys to move their feet, as thankfully the block resulted in the inbounds play, but they did not move their feet enough on defense.
A steal up ahead, Phillips for the lead, he'll dunk it! Xavier Phillips throws it down with both fists, and we're knotted at 32. Here's a steal by Xavier. Is the house going to come down? He'll just settle for a layup, but it's good.
As that was the exclamation point on a run well deserved here, with Phillips leading the way.
Here's a near steal by Vincent. Is he going to get it? Yes, sir! Trey Vincent, a pickpocketer. Labette up by 2 on a big run. Trey swerving, foot on the line, deep 2, in and out. Maybe not the best shot you could have asked for, but we're not scripting what we're watching here. Wheat will drive, Wheat will shoot, and Wheat will miss. A block / kind of loss of the ball from Wheat will result in it tumbling out of bounds. It stays with Parsons.
As Phillips is going to take a breather as Page checks in for him. A well-deserved rest there for some great minutes by number 3. As Demarius Johnson is going to now check in for Washington, and he'll be the inbounder on the right block.
Demarius Johnson, a 6-foot-tall sophomore. They'll inbound it to Trey Mack. 4:50 third quarter. Labette by 2. Jones will drive. Shoot off the side of the backboard. Uncharacteristic from the senior. Here comes Labette. Joe Page, he'll let it rip. Miss it short. Rebound Trey Mack. Quickly up ahead goes Mack, and Eaton trailing the play. Deflects it out of bounds, and his ankle might be hurt. I think he's deciding whether or not he's hurt, and he'll continue to just kind of run or try to jog it off. He calls for a sub.
Yes, that's just unfortunate. I'm not quite exactly sure what happened. As he might have hit the side of the goal or something.
Kagan Bates gets Griff Eaton. Landon Wheat goes right at the rack. Misses. Baker towering above all jerseys gets the board. Good pass to Page in the corner for 3. Hit the rim, didn't fall. Baker underneath with another board. He'll square up and score. That's the big fella that I know and love. Argabright egging on Grizzly Nation to egg on the defense. Here's a spin from Mack. Floater, air ball off the rim. Rebound on the deck. Picked up Baker. He's been piling on the boards.
As that was just a phenomenal pass there.
Boyle, reverse layup. Yes! Labette back up 6. Flipping the script on the Parsons Vikings.
As that's exactly what they needed as a rally here, as Kagan Bates just perfectly passed it to Boyle, but now getting a foul there as he reached way too aggressively there on Jones.
Coach Argabright immediately eyes down the freshman who just picked up his 3rd personal and puts both pointer fingers upon his temples just to signify, use your head, think, that's not the time to swipe. Coach Houck would like 30 seconds with his crew. We'll keep it here and thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible, especially Labette Health for allowing us to be here and bring to you these great games. A few other sponsors include
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Person Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Day & Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
38-32, Labette County with the lead. It was a 3-point Parsons advantage at the break. Parsons got it out to, I believe it was 6 earlier in this 3rd quarter, and then Labette started to buckle down, and Xavier Phillips came to town. He's on the floor. Here's Jones underneath, and he'll score off the window. That's a nice move from Parsons' leader.
As you expect him to still have a little bit of a performance tonight, as Grizzly Nation has shut him down pretty well.
Baker working on Johnson, draws the foul. 2 free throws for Hudson. Is approaching. He had just 1 point in the first half. Of course, that was a free throw. And he has 6 points in the 3rd quarter, 3 2-point buckets. His first free throw is well short as Kagan Bates is in some agony here. Doubled over in pain. Matthew Boyle checks in for Kagan Bates. Second for Baker, no good as well. Rebound Parsons, down just 2 buckets. Nobody stopping Jones. You got to stop him. He'll make that every single time.
Yeah, that's just something. I mean, like I said, they've watched him pretty well most of tonight, but the second you let him kind of run is the second you're going to pay big time
Pick and roll, more like a pick and roll and turnover. Parsons looking for the tie. Good hands by Tricky Trey. It's picked away. Boyle up ahead to Page. Little floater missed. Rebound Johnson. He'll throw a quarterback's pass to Wheat, who will tie the game.
As that was a great cherry pick down to Wheat on the other end. As Labette County just needs to find their footing here as Parsons is kind of stabbing back.
Here's Xavier Phillips, left wing, good matchup with Wheat. They go right to Baker on Tullis and Johnson. Up, under, reverses, perfect. They cannot defend Hudson Baker right now. He's got 8 all in the third quarter.
As he has just perfected that reverse layup here.
9 total on the game, correction, 8 in this quarter. Johnson pick and roll, Wheat on the pop, right corner. He'll pull up, jumper for the tie again, miss. Rebound Page, it waterfalled off the back iron.
As it definitely looked good as it left his hands.
Here's Boyle with the give to Phillips. He's got the hot hand this evening. Looking for Baker, they'll feed him. He's double teamed like he was last time. Bounce pass Page, open 3. Yeah! Joe Page cans it. Perhaps the lid has come off not just the bucket, but his mind. 43-38, Coach Argerbright wants a timeout with just under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll take 30 on KLKC.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
Joe Page coming off his first three-pointer out of this Coach Argerbright timeout. And it was a big three-pointer, Isabel.
Yeah, it definitely brought the momentum back into Labette County's favor as Coach Argerbright pointed really strongly at Joe as he came into the huddle.
Trey Mack with it. Right-hand hook pass flip to Washington. He's been held to just a three-point bucket this quarter, and drawing the foul underneath and shooting 2 free throws, or at least in a moment, is J.J. Kendrick. Let's see who they get. It's on Joe, his second. Kendrick's first is short and dies off. Joe Page already back here to play some offense, and a new Viking in the game is Connor Barkus, a 5'8" sophomore guard, back here playing D on Joe Page, but Kendrick makes the second, allowing the Viking defense to get back and set. Baker wide open, he'll catch it. Top of the key, Boyle will come catch. It's a set play, couple screens, they're being set. Page in the corner, well closed out by Parsons. No three-pointer for Joe this time. He has to find someone. What a backdoor by Baker. He'll score! That's pretty offense by your LC Grizzlies.
As it looks like the original play had been busted, but they made the most of it there with a beautiful backdoor cut by Baker.
Xavier Phillips nearly forced a jump ball. Here's Barkus in the corner. Losing it underneath is Washington, picked away. Trey up ahead, lob for Phillips. Oh, he almost got the dunk. Here comes Parsons though. It's 1-on-3. And he'll retreat. It's Kendrick. Here's Washington inside the free throw line. Fake to the corner, Barkus for 3. Too strong. Rebound Boyle. 37 seconds, third quarter. I hope they hold for one shot, up by 6.
Yes, I would like to see that, as that did not happen earlier. So let's see what they elect to do. As Coach Argerbright kind of starts talking to them, calling stuff in, instructing them.
Phillips playing catch with Trey Vincent. It'd be nice to score here. 12 seconds. Double fist is the play call from Argerbright. Free throw stripe Baker. He'll hand it off Vincent with the lane. A kick. Joe Page! Yes! Yes! It hung on the rim for a couple seconds and fell. Oh, Parsons almost hits a full court shot, but Joe Page is smiling and breathing heavily, looking at Grizzly Nation just behind us in the stands. At the end of three, Labette leads 48-39. Back-to-back trays from Joe Page. We'll be back in 30 seconds with the fourth quarter on KLKC.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits.
Labette on top, but hey, we found out in our girls game that a good third quarter is not enough. It's this one that matters. Here we go. Jesse Jones, a long two is good, and there you go. Just like that, it's only 7.
Yeah, he's too accurate to be left unopen, and that he made the Grizzlies pay there.
Here's Vincent swerving, shooting, scoring. A big answer from the senior PG wearing number 4. Here's Parsons to Wheat. Well-contested shot by Boyle, but Wheat still scored.
As you can imagine, this scoring will pick up here as both teams are going to kind of push here to make the last statement.
Here comes Vincent, and that's a foul on Washington. 2 free throws will come for Trey Vincent, who has done well the last few games from the free throw line.
Yeah, and again, we see there just his ability to just drive straight to the rim and get contact, and even if he doesn't make the basket, he'll go to the line.
First is good, a perfect swish. He's got 5 points. Second, hit the rim twice and fell. Labette back up 9. Parsons on some thin ice, playing some offense here. Trey on Jones. He'll lose it in between his legs. Picked up by Trey. He has been a defensive nightmare for Parsons. He gets all the way to the rack. How is that not a foul? Parsons is going to lose the rebound, though, and Page has it. Phillips for a dagger. Yeah! Xavier Phillips. Boom, baby. He'll can it. Those are the words of Bradley Argabright just in front of me. Right after Xavier cans the big-time ticker from the far corner. 55-33 is your score. Timeout, LC. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KLKC Parsons.
High school sports fans, follow your team live with the free ScoreStream mobile app. Just download ScoreStream to get real-time scores, photos, and awesome video from your game and your rivals. Plus, follow your favorite teams and friends. Get real-time high school sports from ScoreStream.
First possession out of the Coach Argabright timeout is a turnover for the Vikes. Labette County up 12, 6:30 to go and the ball. Here's Vincent facilitating, gives it up Boyle, right back to Vincent. They're going to the big fella, Baker, working on Washington. What a move! He'll miss, but Phillips is there, and he can't get it, but it's out off of Kendrick. It stays with Labette.
Yeah, that's just been good hustle there, and good attempt there by Kendrick just to try to get the ball back for Parsons. Just unfortunate he stepped out of bounds.
Phillips will inbound to Baker, right elbow. Page, backdoor catches, working on Wheat, off the glass, yes! Huge!
That was just a great high-low look there from Baker to Page.
Labette up 14, 6 minutes, got to keep it on. Wheat, top of the key, it'd be big, got it.
Yeah, again, Parsons is going to keep battling, so Labette County has to keep responding.
Here's Baker, he'll drive. He'll fake a pass, go up, under, now he'll give it. Phillips wants to do the same. Near travel, wow. Here's Baker left elbow. Boyle flashing underneath, not there. Baker keeps. He's working hard. Leans, shoots, scores. Leans, shoots, scores. Hudson Baker. That needs to be a t-shirt.
Yeah, as he is definitely being more physical and just putting it on him tonight, as Parsons cannot defend number 15.
Kendrick saying you can't defend me as he's had a quiet, nice night. He's got 14. Here's Baker up ahead. Blocked by Wheat, but a foul is called. But a gorgeous bounce pass to push the pace by Trey Vincent.
Again, Baker just being physical, going up with the ball.
That's 3 on Wheat. Vikings with 3 team fouls this half. Labette just with 2. Well officiated contest. Baker's first is good. That makes it 60-48 with 5:13 to go. Favor Labette. Checking in is Demias Johnson. He'll get Jamarian Washington. And Jagger Queeran checks out. On the floor for Parsons is Landon Wheat, Trey Mack, Demias Johnson, Jesse Jones, and J.J. Kendrick. Baker at the line. Phillips and Boyle. Vincent and Page all in. He makes both of them.
As those are beautiful shots there by Hudson to make the Vikings pay just a little bit more.
JJ will give it to Landon Wheat. Wide open 3 is good. He's wide open.
You can't have that. I mean, he is just that. I mean, he is a very good three-point shooter. And we didn't see him much last time we played him, so they're not used to that, I don't think.
Turnover. Baker got hit in the face by the pass. Here's Parsons, only down 10. Wheat will lean and get the and one.
As there's still 4:45 left to play, a lot of ball game. Labette County cannot afford to have that.
Griff Eaton's been on the bench for some time. That ankle, he hurt himself earlier, and then Kagan Bates got hurt as well. He's still on the bench. Wheat converts. Just like Anaya Hinman was held quiet and had 12 in the fourth. Same with Landon Wheat.
Yeah, that's exactly who I was thinking of too, as he has just come alive here in the fourth.
61-54, and just like that, ball game. It was 14 just moments ago. 4:30 fourth quarter. Boyle, they want to go to Baker. They might have to go elsewhere. Here's Page. Top of the key. Big fella penetrates. Now they go Baker. Short corner double team. He gets by 1, 2, and he'll miss the lay-in with the left.
As that was still good effort by Baker.
Kendrick, step back 3, good.
As this is where Labette County is going to have to just play fundamental. Keep going, keep making plays, slow down the tempo, because Parsons is wanting to ride the momentum.
In 90 seconds, Parsons is on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, that's huge.
61-57, Baker travels. Griff Eaton's going to check in. That's a good sign. Joe Page comes out. Similar to that girls' game, Isabel. Just hope the outcome isn't the same.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. That similarities are very eerie, but we'll see what happens.
Here comes Jones. Given room, that's dangerous. Trey Vincent might get another steal. Ball's on the deck. Parsons picks it up, but gosh, Trey's playing fantastic D tonight. Here's Washington. to make it a 1-point game. He'll miss the 3, and it's tipped in the hands of Xavier. He'll push it with Hudson to his right. He'll give it to Hudson, and he's fouled hard. And that goes on Jesse Jones, just the 4th team foul, and Hudson Baker's in some pain.
As that's the last thing you want to see is your big guy struggling to get up, because that was a hard hit that Baker took to the head.
He's being tended to. Chris Brown, Coach Argerbright out there. That's a good basketball player right there. Even better young man. 14 points in the second half. He'll take a seat, breathe it out. Labette County maintains possession. Joe Page right back in the game. Bounce pass, Vincent wide open underneath, it's converted. And just like that, Labette picks right back up where they left off, except that was about 4 minutes ago. This is a 6-point game. Parsons, corner, Kendrick. They go to Washington, on Boyle, layup, missed. Nice job, Matthew. Here comes Trey, he'll walk it up. Big stop.
Yeah, this is huge here, as Labette County needed that just to kind of keep the momentum in their favor.
Trey will drive. What a dish to Boyle. Left-hand layup's converted. Trey Vincent has been MVP the last 4 games. Here's Jones, blocked by Boyle, but a foul. That's the correct call. And 2 free throws coming for Jesse Jones.
And, you know, I'm okay with that foul because he made sure that Jones didn't make the basket. So Jones has to earn them here. And that's just his second personal.
Jones' first free throw's good. Jones a really, really good free throw shooter. J.J. Kendrick checks in for Travion Tullis. The second for Jones is missed. Oh no, he might get it. He does, and he will get goaltending, and that'll count. So Jones went 1 for 2 from the line, but the miss, he rebounded and got a goaltend as Phillips pinned it to the glass. That happened in the girls' game, Isabel. Anaya Hinman missed her second free throw, got her own miss, and scored.
Yep.
In this same moment.
Yeah, that's crazy. As it looks like Hudson's going to check back in.
That's
Boyle.
good to see.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about him there for a second.
He'll catch the press break pass, and here comes Griffin Eaton. Labette up 5. That would have been a big rebound to have, as you'd be up 7 right now. Phillips harassed, finds Trey. Really wouldn't want the ball in anybody else's hands right now. Free throw line, what a pass. Hudson, right block, working, leaning, high off the glass, and a foul. Hudson will shoot 2, and that's what you call picking up where you left off.
Yeah, as you get hit hard, you got to sit the bench for a little bit, and then coach asks, are you ready to go back in? Are you good to go back in? And then Hudson just picking right up where he left off.
That's just 1 foul on J.J. Kendrick. Refs having a conversation. Argerbright doing his best to lean and try to listen to them. We're seeing if it was on the floor or a shooting foul. As the replay right here. As they're going to say it's on the floor. Huh.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Labette will inbound underneath their own basket. Let's get a 3 and make them pay. 2 minutes and counting. Here's Vincent. He'll get by 1, 2, awkward shot, and there's a shot and a foul. So that'll be 2 free throws for Trey Vincent.
As again, just facilitating and driving, as Trey has just done that so well here tonight.
First free throw is in and out and back in. He's 3 for 3 from the line. He's got 9 points. This one rolls out. Just a 6-point game advantage, Labette. Minute 50. Parsons with it. Vincent on Jones. Wow, easily gets by, plus the foul as Baker came in to make the block. And Jones is going to the line for a 3-point play.
As that'll be Baker's third personal foul, so won't have too many implications now that we're late in the fourth, but just something to watch.
Jones makes the free throw. Joe Page checks out. Matthew Boyle's back in. Timeout Parsons for one final time. We'd like to thank Labette Health for making tonight's broadcast possible. Again, invite you to stay tuned for that Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. Coming up at the conclusion of this one is Isabel, if you would. Other sponsors include
Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clements Insurance Agency, Labette Health, Woodworth Enterprises, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, the Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, Community National Bank, Tank Connection, Wood Insurance Center, the Unified School District of USD 506, the Corner Store of Altamont, Day and Zimmerman, and SEK Orthopedic.
This place is rocking. I've been coming to Labette County Parsons games since I was 6 years old. And man, I'm telling you, the nostalgia is real. And every single time you can count on it being a close game. I was talking to the radio broadcaster of Parsons prior. He was talking to me, came up and just talked a little bit. And I said, I'm telling you, Scott is his name. It's going to be a close game. Always is. And he said, what are you basing that on? And I said, history. Sure enough, 3-point game. Parsons team without Dante Sawyer. He was a big piece of why Parsons was close in that third quarter at home. It wasn't at the end, but good player for them, can shoot threes, is missing. Here comes Griffin Eaton. He'll pick up his dribble, hand it off to Phillips. Labette still has to be in attack mode. Here's Baker. He's in attack mode. He'll score!
As that was great, just run the ball down, look, pass, shoot.
That's a big possession. Labette is back up 5 with 1:25 left on the defensive end of the floor. Here's Kendrick. Vincent on the ball. Jones, they want him to take it. Good defense. Three-pointer is good from Jesse Jones.
He is. What can you expect? It's tough to guard him, but he is just so accurate.
Trey Vincent breaks the press. It's a 2-point game, 55 seconds. Eaton in the corner, wide open three is off the mark. Here comes Landon Wheat. 1-on-2. Parsons with it. Jones, corner, Wheat for the lead. Got it.
As you knew something was coming.
Parsons has the lead with 34 seconds left. Here's Baker. He'll give him right back the lead. You got to go to the big fella. Labette leads 70-69, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It'll be Parsons basketball out of the Coach Argerbright full timeout. We'll be back in 60 on KLKC Parsons.
With many years of combined experience, Eye Care Associates of Parsons has set the framework in providing comprehensive eye health examinations for all ages and routine vision care for families throughout the 4-state area. Our optometrists and staff provide remarkable care with state-of-the-art technology to help with diagnosis and management of eye health conditions. Give us a call or visit our website to schedule your next eye exam. Eye Care Associates of Parsons. Experience modern eye care.
What more could you ask for? Not very much. Labette County leads 70-69 over Parsons with 30.8 seconds on the clock. Labette County needs a defensive stand. Grizzly Nation is on their feet. I just got chills. Here we go, Isabel. Big time. Here comes Parsons. J.J. Kendrick with it. Defended by Vincent. He's been spectacular all night long. 20 seconds. Parsons needs to score. 15 seconds. Here's Jesse Jones. He'll penetrate. He'll give it to Landon Wheat. He'll shoot and score. Parsons is up by 1 with 7 seconds left. Here comes Kagan Bates. 4 seconds. He'll lose it. Picked up by Phillips for the win. No! Buzzer sounds. Quebec County loses it. 71-70. What a finish here in Parsons. The Vikings swept the rug out from underneath Quebec County's feet, in which they were firmly standing upon for most of that second half.
Man, as that is tough. What a game. What a game.
Parsons responds with a sweep of their own. We got them back in December, and they got us here in February, as that really hurts Quebec County's chances at an SEK title. You fall 71-70. We'll go ahead and step aside for a 3-minute break, tally things up, and have a Bowen Pharmacy post-game show of Grizzly basketball here on KLKC. Welcome back to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show of Grizzly basketball. As real quickly as Coach Fulmer was kind enough to come up here, we'll chat with her here in just a moment. Quebec County falls 71-70 in a heartbreaker, led by as many as I think it was 14. I know it was 12, 13, somewhere in there. Late second half, and similar to kind of our girls' game, it felt so similar in how the flows went down there towards the end. Xavier Phillips had 21, Hudson Baker had 19, Trey Vinson and Joe Page each had 9. Matthew Boyle had 7, and Griff Eaton had 5 for Parsons. 3 big scores. Landon Wheat had 21. He had 17 in the fourth quarter. J.J. Kendrick had 17, and Jesse Jones had 21. Jamarian Washington also had 11. Parsons put up 32 fourth quarter points. That's a lot to overcome. Labette County had 22. Still a good quarter, but man, that's a heartbreaker there. We'll talk more about that here in a moment. But Coach Vollmer, thanks for coming up. As Lady Grizzlies fell earlier, if you didn't catch any of that one, 60-52. Put up a nice third quarter. Coach, what went well in the moments where things were successful?
I think we just played basketball. I think when we overthink things and we're trying to, stand and wait on me to call offense, we just don't – that doesn't play into our hand. And when we're just playing and moving and vibing with each other, we're successful. And we did that in the third quarter. And then – I talked to the paper about, not making big plays in big moments. And I will say it's 100% turnaround from what we did on Friday night. And I just begged my kids to play really hard, and anything can happen for you, and you'll be in games when that happens. And I'm proud of my kids. I wouldn't take any other kids over my Grizzlies. And they played as hard as they could, and we just didn't have some things happen for us. We had a big swing turnaround. We were up 6, and they got a big board, and it was like a 4-point turnaround, and that was kind of the tipping table. We called a timeout after the big 3, and then they just went the length of the floor. And, again, that's big moments and not making plays in big moments. And you can't do that against a really good team like Parsons. Certainly, as there was a different feel from Friday, there was an energy that I felt like was present. There were moments where it was smaller, but it was always there. I felt an energy from your team tonight, and even though Landry only scored 6, she was in a different gear. She wanted the ball every time. She was wanting it. And her sister, I have her as 15 or whatnot, might be off a little bit, but talk about what Landry brings to everyone else as well. I mean, she looks pretty good. I think Landry just brings excitement, and she brings athleticism, and you just never know what she's capable of. She's not afraid to hit a big shot in a big moment, and sometimes that can be the thorn in her side, but that's what we love about her, and that's why she's making big plays. And she just brings an excitement defensively too. She interrupts offenses, and she gets hands in passing lanes, and that's a whole lot of athleticism coming at you. So we're happy to have her back. We're rolling with her. We're still not used to all of that. It's something we've got to get used to, and minutes and playing time. And we've overcome some adversity, and we got her back. We're going to continue to get better with her. I just got to have my kids play hard every moment. As Allie Martin, one last player I wanted to ask about, she gave us a chance late, took a charge down here, stole something involving an inbounds pass or got a big offensive rebound down here, something like that. But talk about what Allie does to just bring that to the table. I think you know what I mean. Yes, I've said this since Allie was a freshman. She's always in the right place at the right time, and she always lands there, whether it be offense or defense. And we went offense for defense with Addison and Allie, and for Shelby and Ridley, who had some foul trouble, and she literally did just that. She did her job defensively. She came in, and I begged him to take a charge. Shivey was barreling down the lane, and she finally slid over and took one, and then came down here and made another big play, and she did what we asked of her. And so I think sometimes when we minimize what her job is, she's more successful at that, and that's what she did tonight. As Coach Argerbright's over there talking to the paper as well, Anaya Hinman, who was just unbelievable in that first game, going into halftime, she had 4 points or a couple buckets, just one field goal, I think, actually, and then scored a dozen in that fourth quarter. Obviously, such a good player. They're going to get theirs. Mm-hmm. That's kind of a term broadcasters use a lot. It too. and she did. She did. We knew they were going to come and make plays. Shivey's shooting that much. She's going to go make plays. Sure. Patel was going to do something, and they were going to run something at Hinman, and great players make great plays, and that's what they did down the stretch. We did too. It just wasn't quite enough. Yeah. And Hinman's a fantastic basketball player. She's a great volleyball player. She's just a pure athlete. Hats off to her for making some big plays. We just didn't capitalize on key moments, and she had a big board and then made some free throws down the stretch. So hats off to her. As coach, I don't know about you. I like what I saw tonight. I know the win would have been nice, but definitely I don't think people realize how tough this stretch has been on the road, and you have Burlington tossed in there, and it's tough. It's a really tough stretch. I mean, I don't think people realize that, and Labette County has been a special place where we've been successful for a long time, and it's hard to win basketball games. And,
is.
you know, every game from here on out is going to be a dogfight. Friday's going to be a dogfight, and my kids know that. They kind of learned their lesson, the steps along the way. And we have had a tough stretch, but, you know, it's going to make this last part of the season seem a little bit easier just than traveling and playing back at home, and hopefully we capitalize on that.
That's right. Peaking at the right time. That if you succeed in the postseason, everyone forgets about what happened in the regular season.
That's right.
And it hasn't even really been a season to forget. That's a good record, good winning conference record, 500 now, but so still a good first year at the helm, Coach.
We got a lot of basketball to play, so.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Be safe.
Thank you, Coach.
As Coach Argerbright's still over there with Sean Fry, the Parsons' son, we're going to go ahead and we'll step aside. Let's do a 2-minute break. We'll see where Coach is at. If he comes up here in 30 seconds, I'll let you know, Amanda, and we'll bring it back for Coach. But we'll start with the 2-minute break on KLKC Parsons.